It's your boy, the Venezuela the People's Champ, back with another YouTube live stream. Yeah, everybody's doing well. Shalom, Israel. How you ninjas doing? Yeah. Oh man, rainy day here in the QC, April 21st, 2024. Looks like it's about 8 minutes after the hour. Sorry, I'm running late. I'm on CP time. But we gonna jump in. You know how we do. We gonna jump in. I am your host, Cookie Monster, Pumpkin Escobar, the Heisenberg of this ish, Chef V, your favorite content creator's favorite content creator. Y'all know who it is, the one and only, be been Israel, the people's champ. Yeah, man. Happy first day of the week, y'all. We're gonna get started. Last week was interesting. Somewhat. Not really, but somewhat. And hey, we're gonna chop it up a little bit. We're gonna chop it up a little bit today. And when you're way in the door, definitely hit the like button, please. We appreciate that over here. Hit the subscribe button. Smash that bell. Smash the bell. Share it to your socials. Spread the word on Facebook. And hit the Cash App, y'all. Hit that Cash App. Send $2 for the Pure Leaf Tea Fund. Keep this show going. Keep your boy hydrated. Yeah, man. We're gonna if you don't want to be here, don't be here. You don't like what I have to say, how I said it, how my accent sounds, whatever. Whatever is your point of contention. You don't have to be here. Move around. Plenty of places to be out here in these YouTube streets. Find something more to your liking. Keep it moving. I don't understand why people watch shit they don't like. Watch people they don't like. I don't do that. I don't do that. But the trolls have came out this week, y'all. Woo, woo. Y'all thought I had been joking, man. They trying to come in full force. They can't stand me, but they can't stop. You know, can't stop, won't stop. You know, no Diddy, no Diddy. Move around. Like I said, plenty of places to be. Plenty of places to be. Shout out to Love Dorsey. Shout out to Love Dorsey. Yeah, man, my Lakers last night let me down. They started out rocky, but at least they was up, by 10 for a while. Actually, they got way up. I think at the height of it, it was like they was up by 15, 17, somewhere in there. And then it went downhill, man. It was like, you know, I don't know what game tape they was watching all week. Was they watching game tape from last year? To me, that's a bad coaching move. You lost last year at the end of the games, and then you put that back in your head. You know what I mean? So that's what we saw last night. I mean, AD had a good game. LeBron had a good game. And then the two people we needed to have good games, I don't know. They couldn't get last year out of their head. And I needed 23 from D-Lo. You know, I needed him to be 3-low last night. He didn't do that. He fizzled. Can't even blame it on Jamal Murray because Jamal Murray really didn't do nothing last night. And Austin Reeves, paging Austin Reeves, we've been looking for him. I mean, I guess he's still down in New Orleans because he didn't show up at all. So I don't know, man. I tell you, we got to get one of the two. So we drop game one. We'll see what happens Monday. Now, Monday is a must-win game. They don't win Monday, it's over. It's over. They got a shot. You know, all y'all ninjas talking, they gonna get blown out. They didn't get blown out last year. And they're a better team this year. All of them games was close. All of them was close. So that's that LeBron hate. That's that LeBron hate. I don't understand, man. But you know, it is what it is. It is what it is. Are y'all checking in? You know, hit the chat, man. Let us know you in here. You know. Ninja sitting around waiting for me. He gonna say my name. He gonna say my name. And I'm gonna fuck V up. He ain't supposed to be saying my name. Shut y'all bitch asses up. It's America, motherfucker. I say what the fuck I want to say. What you gonna do? Not a goddamn thing. Shut the fuck up. Sound like bitches, man. That's what these dudes out here sound like. He gonna say my name. And what you gonna do about it? Y'all forgot?
I violate all your personal space, bitch. I'm that cousin always on punishment. I'm not the nigga you can play with.
They don't forgot. Give a fuck. Next thing I'm gonna tell you in advance what they gonna do. In advance. Remember, I'm predicting it, y'all. Next thing, when this current tactic doesn't work, what they're gonna do is they're gonna start trying to get content strikes on me. That's gonna be the next thing. Mark my words. But they don't understand the game that they playing. Dennis Sperling laid it out. So go ahead and play that game. Go ahead and play that game and see who show up at your door. Play that game. All I've been doing is repeating what they themselves have said. That's all I'm doing. You said this about yourself. And they mad because somebody repeating it. Hey, it is what it is.
Take the wall and left the wall. You sound like a pussy one.
You sound like a pussy. Funny ass ninjas. Internet beef ass ninjas. These dudes are so fake and phony, man. This shit is funny. It ain't beef. Y'all niggas is tofu, man. Y'all fake than a motherfucker. Funny. And I'll let you speak. The cost of admission is $50. Any of you trolls, and you know who you are. Any of you. You know who you are. You want to come up and throw a little temper tantrum. We'll give you this. We'll let you do it. Come on up. Send the cash app. Send the cash app. $50 gets you 30 unlimited minutes to throw your little tantrum. We'll let you do it. Come on up. Any one of y'all. Any one of y'all. Y'all funny, man. What's really funny about it is these dudes talking about holding frame, putting their foot down, and they let this bitch put a battery in their back. She stirred it all up, and they all on cue. came running over here. Or actually, they chased me over there to the other podcast, the other channel. Now they coming back. Now they coming over here. She put a battery in their back. These y'all supposed to represent black men? Oh my God, I feel sorry for y'all generation. Mrs. Cartwright put a battery in their back. And on cue, they running. She running them, man. Too doggone funny. Too doggone funny. But we'll play the game. How far you want to take it? We'll play it. We will play this game. Here it is. This is what Miss Cartwright is doing to these fools, y'all.
Besides, she wouldn't try to trick me on a traditional holiday. This time I'm gonna kick that football player to the moon.
Charlie Brown ass tofu eating ninjas. Too doggone funny, man.
Take the wall and left the wall. You sound like a pussy one.
These dudes ain't leaders nowhere, man. Tofu ninjas. They want to come over here and show us how feminine they are with the.
I'ma tell you. I'ma tell you. You're not gonna tell me. I'ma tell you. I'ma tell you. You heard what I said? Because I'ma tell you. You're not gonna tell me. I'ma tell you.
And it's so sad when men do that. Oh my God, man. I've been telling y'all, men is the problem, man. These dudes is they slaves, man. It's sad, man. It's so sad. And it's funny because they putting on the show because everything I've said to them today, right to them live. I've said it to them in back chats. I've said it to them for years now. And now all of a sudden, everybody is offended. And everybody butthurt, right? What that sound like to y'all?
Execute Order 66.
See, it affects men too. And they mad because I won't acknowledge them. They coming over here crying and screaming and trolling. What they crying out for help. They crying out.
Acknowledge me.
That's what they want, but they not getting it. It's hilarious. It's hilarious, man. Hilarious. But one monkey don't stop the show. You know, but they crying and shit and boohooing and having a little group therapy session with Joker say. They're having a little group therapy session. That's what they doing. I don't know why he keeps saying my name. I don't know why. He's saying my name. He keeps saying the stuff that we say. I don't know why he's doing it. Why he don't stop? Funny. Funny as hell. Funny as hell. I can tell my regulars, they check in as soon as they come in. So the ones who don't check in, they are trolls. We know it. Listening. I appreciate you like I always been saying. Because I'm getting the watch hours off of y'all. I'm pimping the fuck out of y'all bitches. Bitch ninjas. Pimping you. Pimping you. Been pimping since been pimping. Too funny. Oh man, I guess the dude in the wheelchair gonna roll up on me. Is that what's about to happen? Wheelchair man, he gonna put a cape on. Somebody gonna roll him down the hill. He gonna roll up on me. No, oh shit! Remember they supposed to put your foot down. Put your foot down. Ain't that what your boy said? Ain't that what what the goofy one said? Put your foot down. Gotta put your foot down. Yeah, go ahead and put your foot down. We'll wait. We'll wait for that. This is sad, man. This is sad. Thirsty, boy. It's a cold, cold world out here. These ninjas is thirsty, man. And they doing it for that. That chick is like a 2. A 2. Looking like Mimi from Drew Carey. Too funny. Amanaz is checking in the chat. She says with her signature, hey, y'all. We're going to have to get her some more training because she ain't supposed to be doing that no more. She's supposed to just come up and say it because she has been promoted. Let's give her a round of applause, y'all. Amanaz has been promoted to the co-host. To the co-host. She got promoted, man. She got promoted. We need her to do promotion shit, man. But give it up for Amanaz, y'all. She is in the chat. Make sure y'all subscribe to her channel. Oh, man. Yeah, man. It's been funny, man. I find it entertaining because people come back and say, hey, man, you see that comment? No, I didn't actually. These dudes think I paid them any attention. I paid them zero attention. I was outside taking out the trash. Wouldn't even think about these fools. See, I got shit to do. I got shit to do. It's Sunday. I'm on my normal scheduled program. These clowns. These clowns on my regularly scheduled program. But I told y'all, and I say this all the time, men is the problem. Men are the problem. Is it the majority of men? No. It's that small percentage, that 2.5 to 5%, these low quality, bottom feeding, rat suit wearing, what don't nobody say, rat suit wearing ass, tofu eating, Delta archetype having ass, Rollo looking from Sanford Sun ass looking. Man, why they don't want to get me started? They think they got me started, and I haven't. That's the funny thing. All I really done is say what they have said. I repeated their words and what they have said time and time again. They so goofy when they were saying it, they didn't realize how stupid it was. I tried to tell them, hey, man, might not want to say that. Like I said, Death Note tried to tell him. Hmm? Wiley tried to tell him. Rob, Op tried to. We all tried to tell him. Hell, even PA tried to tell him sometime. Right? But these new dudes who come along, and because they don't know how to vet people, they embrace these ninjas. See, that shit is immediately, that bitch nigga shit is so appalling to me. It's repulsive. It's just like when a woman is masculine, the opposite is true. When a man is feminine, even God hates that shit. It's in the scriptures. He can't stand men who don't stand upright. Y'all abominations. And y'all running behind Mrs. Cartwright. Tofu ass ninjas. Too funny. But ain't no beef because y'all are nothing. That's why it's fake beef. Y'all nothing. Wasn't even looking for y'all. Like I said, I was invited to another channel. I've been to edge y'all niggas out. Now they trying to get some get back. Looking goofy. Looking goofy. Too damn fake. Charleston white ass having ninjas. You know, y'all goofy, man. Y'all goofy as shit. I'm gonna keep talking my ish. Franklin, we ain't forgot about you. We know you're in there too. Cause you know, you like to watch them niggas cause you convinced yourself you got some kind of beef with me. Let me tell y'all something about beef. So I know y'all not really hood dudes. Beef is in person. Beef ain't on the phone. It ain't on the internet, through a text, through an email. Beef is when you got to constantly watch your back. Niggas hiding under your car waiting for you. That's beef. Beef when motherfuckers show up at your mama house waiting for you. Y'all don't know beef and y'all don't want that beef. Y'all goofy. Beef is when you roll up on somebody and you get poked immediately. No diddy. You get poked with something sharp. You get buck 50'd. Y'all niggas ain't never even been hit in your face. Soft ass ninjas. Tofu. That's what I call y'all tofu. Y'all soft like tofu. Funny. Too damn funny.
Let's come down off this high horse shit. As if
So y'all niggas don't put yourselves on a high horse. Damn ass ninjas. Don't put yourself on a high horse because you bought a few subscribers, right?
The movement of feminism is the ultimate example of not choosing your enemies wisely.
You didn't choose your enemy wisely. I'm about that life. I take pleasure in it. Y'all niggas want to jump in the lion's cage and wonder why you got bit? Too funny. Too damn funny. I don't know how many times I can say that. I can make a stream just on saying that, man. Too damn funny ass ninjas. Cooking yourself, Bugs Bunny ass ninjas. They mad. They mad, man. This how I see these ninjas.
I'm done with life, and it's all Jermaine's fault. It's always Jermaine's fault. I'm done.
They send it home, man. It's always V fault. It's always V fault. I'm done with life.
See, that nigga wanted the honey. All we want is the money.
That's what I want, Jay. So you want your 30 minutes? Hit the cash app. Tell me, you begging, V. Why you out here begging? I ain't begging. I'm charging you. I'm charging you. I'm putting your ass on the corner, nigga. You a hoe. Yo mama is a hoe. Shout out to RBN. Put y'all bitch niggas on the corner. So y'all want to keep coming over here? We gonna get watch hours off of you. We gonna get new subscribers off of you. That's all y'all doing. Y'all forgot what I told y'all in the beginning?
I am not here to debate with anyone. I have devoted all of my adult life to this subject. I only debate with my equals. All others I teach.
I've been trying to teach y'all goofy tofu ninjas. You refuse to learn. Dunning-Kruger, look it up. Too dumb to know you're dumb. Oh, man. But I know how you feel. I know how y'all feel, man.
I know what it's like to lose. Feel so desperately that you're right. Yet to fail, nonetheless. It's frightening. Turns the legs to jelly. I ask you, to what end? Dread it? Run from it? Destiny arrives all the same. And now it's here. Or should I say, I am.
And as Thanos later says to him, to these bitch niggas, you could not live with your own failures. Where has that brought you? Back to me. Back to V. Unbelievable. These ninjas is sitting around. I'm living in their heads rent free. They just sitting around collabing. These niggas is collabing. It's so funny. So far, what we got? 1, 2, 3, 4. It's about 4 or 5 of them right now so far. Oh, man. Can't man up. Can't handle your own shit. No, you can't do that. That's why you had to collab. Had to go get your team. Beef ain't a team sport, man. When you really about that life, beef ain't a team sport. Check the comments, man. Let's see what we got here. What Aminaz say. Oh, she said she checking in from under the dryer. Nah, you ain't missed nothing. I'm just talking about these tofu ninjas. You know, they think they got beef, and you know they think somebody care about what they got to say. I've been noticing them because I see my numbers. I pay attention to my numbers, and my regulars come in. They show respect to the chat. They show respect to my mods. They check in. You know, that's what they do. They don't wait in the wind and ear hustling and hoping somebody say something that they could create a gotcha moment, because they don't have nothing. They have no content. Nothing. So I, on the other hand, can come up here and freestyle a whole fucking 3-hour show off just riffing and get more views than they get. And they got more subscribers than me, right? Ain't that funny? Where all your subscribers at when it counts? Oh, you mean the ones you bought from the Chinese cloners and all of them niggas? You paid $100 for 10,000 subscribers. We all get the damn same emails. Congratulations. Congratulations. Goofy ninjas, covetous, jealous ass ninjas, and women. This is why y'all can't keep women to have any kind of long-term success with women, because women see the bitch in you, and it's a turn off, man. They see the bitch in you. They might play with you for a little while. They might, yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and get what I can get out of this ninja for a little while. You know, nigga getting that handicap wheelchair check. You know, he can't do nothing. I get tired of talking to him. I'm gonna roll his ass in the closet and close the door. Ass ninjas. Right? I'm gonna get these starving niggas little coochie and shit and get what I can get out of them. I support chicks like that. I know women like that. And I support them. You got what was coming to you. So it's eat or be eaten. It's wolves and sheeps out here. It's lions and lambs out here. So if you a lion, if you a lamb or a sheep, I support the wolf and the lion eating you. No diddy. I support that shit. I have no problems with a woman doing that. Oh shit! My brother, yo, why you ain't been answering your phone? Ladies and gentlemen, my brother from another mother, the angry snowman, has just checked into the chat. Let's give Angry Snowman a round of applause, ladies and gentlemen. You know we gonna turn off the seatbelt light. Yes, man. Angry Snowman is in the house. You want to come on up, baby, brother? All you got to do is say the word. Know this. You know this. Wait a minute. What'd he say? What Angry Snowman said? I was just about to call you. I saw you have called me a couple of times in the last. Actually, I started last week. I had to practice what I preached. I said it on the live stream. Hey, y'all got to tap in with the brothers every now and then to check on them. And I was guilty of not checking in like I regularly would do. You know, you get in your own bullshit and you know. So I had to get myself together. So I was reaching out to you, Op, and a couple of other dudes that I normally would call every now and then. So yeah, coincidentally, the trolling started and the bullshit started simultaneously. So I thought it was funny, man. I thought it was funny. Yeah, man. Yeah, man. Too funny. Remember, I told y'all things happen in threes, man. It ain't, I don't believe in coincidences. You get one. You get one coincidence. You don't get 3, 4, 5 of them. Again, like, you know, Death Note was talking, hey, man, you might be overreacting. That might be another uncanny. I said, all right, Death Note, you know what? I'll give you that. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe I'm wrong. It's the same friggin' dude, okay? He just keep changing his name, and he's such a little tink tink. He don't know how to use a different name. He used uncanny under everything. This nigga goofy, man. Oh man, this shit is comedy, man. It's almost comedy for me, man. Oh. Wait a minute. He told me to turn that seatbelt light off. Wait a minute. Let me turn the seatbelt light off so all of y'all are free to move around the cabin. JVJ's, Smitty, Embrace the Grace, all y'all, El Chapo, Uncanny El Chapo, y'all are willing, y'all are more than likely, more than welcome to come up if you pay the entrance fee. The entrance fee for y'all is $50 for 30 minutes. For y'all. Hold on, y'all. Wait for the link to drop. The seatbelt light is now off. This is your Captain V speaking. Hold on. I know Snowman saying, hurry the fuck up, V. So that link right now is for everybody except the trolls. All trolls have to have a $50 entrance fee that will be assessed to them before they're allowed to come up. Let's see. Oh shit. I forgot Aminaz could do this shit now. God damn it. Forgot I got a co-host. I forgot. Yeah, that makes shit easier, man. I appreciate that. Yeah, man. But I hope everybody's otherwise, other than the trolls, man. I hope y'all trolls eat shit and die. But we're gonna enjoy y'all as much as possible, man. We're gonna turn lemons to lemonade. Hold on, let me think that snowman checking in the backstage. Yes, it is. Yes, it is.
What it do? What it do?
You. What up?
What it do, my guy?
Hey, man. Just living life, man.
I hear
Enjoying it.
you out here making waves on these YouTube streets the last week or so.
No, that's the funny thing. So let me tell you. I got somebody asked me to go over to Black Men Unfiltered. I've been stopped watching these dudes. And because they clowns. And I went over there and I jumped up on the panel. You know, the girl was trying to, a young lady tried to come up. She wanted to talk scriptures. Yeah, I know I'm not supposed to be teaching the men and this and that, blah, 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 but I'm going to do it anyway. I'm going to do it anyway, and everything I say is wrong. So I checked her ass. But simultaneously, Grace and them was doing a show on another channel. Her, Jay, I guess Smitty, and some other dude. So she got wind of I was on Black Men Unfiltered's panel. So she sent Jay and the rest of them over there to try to attack me.
I'm sure Black Man didn't like that all that well.
No, they do like that because they the same type of bitch niggas. That's why they like Grace. And I tried to
see, I've never had a problem with Black Man or any of the guys that do shows on there because I frequent that channel quite a bit.
Right. So I'm going to tell you what the problem is. Right. They're fugazi. They say the right shit, but they don't live it. So they telling men, oh, you're supposed to be able to vet women, and they vouch for women that they never vetted. So all you got to do is peel the layer back. And like I tried to tell them before, I know these people. I've been dealing with them for 3-4 years. You're just now meeting them. All you got to do is go over to their channels and listen to the shit that they've said previously.
Yeah, I've never been a fan of for a fact when Grace first started coming around Jay's channel, I wasn't a big fan of her. I called her out because I thought she was spitting a bunch of bullshit she didn't know nothing about.
And that's my point. And I tried to warn these guys when they were new. Hey man, y'all might want to just trust me on this or go see for yourself. You and I both know she's still married. All of us who was on JVJ's channel, we know she was married. She told us she was married and why she was still married. Because she had to stay on her husband's insurance. Now she over here on Black Men Unfiltered trying to play like she a good wife type, and she got a new dude and she ain't married no more. When did she get divorced?
When did that's a good question.
When did that happen?
That's a damn good question.
On her channel just a couple of months ago.
Oh, she's got her own channel now too?
So she got mad at me because I called her out like I've called her out before to her face. Now she's trying to reinvent herself. And she got a bunch of fanboys who like to simp to women, and she trying to turn them against me. I told them, hey, straight up, I got over 700 live streams. Pick one where I contradicted myself or lied. Please go.
See, that's that's like, look, Almond's out in the chat. She sees me. I'm all over the fucking place in these YouTube streets, and she'll tell you I am the same motherfucker anywhere I go, whether I'm on her channel, your channel, Black Man's channel, Jay's channel, or a channel full of white motherfuckers. I'm the same motherfucker.
That's why me and you connect. Because of that reason, we both the same way. I find it funny that all of these new dudes, since they've been fucking with her, all of a sudden they got a problem with me. Because see, they talking behind the scenes, they collaborating against me. I'm like, really?
That's why I'm referred to as one of the most straight up realist white dudes on Black YouTube.
So, like I said, when Jay was trolling Jay has never been to my channel before, by the way.
That doesn't surprise me.
channel. So
you
I
haven't brought him enough smoke, V. You know what I'm saying? You gotta really, really, really get on. If you notice, the only reason why Jay ever came to my channel is because I would talk shit about him to a level where
Well,
he has no choice but to.
I did that 2 months ago. I went on his channel and aired him the fuck out. Me and Red Illusion. That's about a month or 2 months ago, and and he been trying to get some revenge ever since. So all of us was fucking with him, and we all kept warning him, "Yo, you're running off the people that are helping you."
Right.
He didn't listen to us. So one by one, we all stopped fucking with him. Guess what? All of y'all that I've met through him, all of y'all still fuck with me though.
Right. Same here, man. I got Red and you still come to my channel and check me out. Hell, even Almond comes and checks me out.
That's my point. So when we all left, what did he do? He went back.
He built a new band of fucking merry fools.
He was the one that banned both of them from his channel, and then he unbanned them because he needed some more viewers. He didn't have no more viewers.
Well, it's because he ain't got nothing to talk about.
I just said that earlier. No content. So now he back cool with Grace and Smitty.
If you notice, he tries to piggyback off of what other people do, and he tries to do and put out the same content, but he's always a day late and $1 short.
And I told him that. I said, man, why are you going? Because he always focused on Cynthia G. I'm like, yo, this topic right now is what everybody was hot.
Cynthia G's been a dead topic for 3 years.
And guess what? He's still been running after her. And and then he got to play the video. Every time he play a video, he got to play the video 10 times. Back to back to back. Y'all ain't getting it. No, nigga, it ain't what you think it is.
Dude, Cynthia G was such a dead topic and so irrelevant that she had to rebuild her platform off of Taz, the exclusives platform, just to get people making her relevant again.
Oh, that was Amanaz responded to you in the chat.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah, I just saw it. Okay.
Yeah, I mean, because look, dude, I don't, to what she said, I don't put anything out there that well, you know just as well. First off, I don't put anything out there that I haven't personally done at least the entry level amount of research on. I don't speak on things that I don't have a little bit of understanding on. But even with that, the things that I only have a little bit of understanding on, I make sure that my audience knows that I'm only at an entry level understanding of what's going on here.
I'm novice on this one, right?
You know, the other thing is I don't insert myself into conversations
well, you don't know what you're talking about.
That I don't that one I have no experience in, don't have no knowledge in, or don't have nothing to offer the audience. Now, am I known for hopping on panels too and trolling the fuck out of people? Yes, I am. But at the same time, you got to push me to a certain level to get me to where all I do is troll you.
Amanaz said, well, Cynthia G back on YouTube, so he about to have a lot of fresh content. She right. Because like you just said, and like I've said, it's obvious. You ain't got to be a brain surgeon to see what he's doing. He's very obvious. He thinks he's slick, but we like, nigga, you obvious. You have nothing to talk about because he has no experience. That's why he lies and he makes up stories.
I don't have to lie about shit.
No, we don't.
And to be quite honest with you, I think lying about things is a sign that you're a weak individual, you know? Yeah. And people don't most of the time, people that lie, they don't even realize that everybody knows they're a liar. I mean, it isn't that hard to find out a liar from everyone else, because usually you end up catching yourself up in your own lies because you forget who you lied to about what about.
The dude he steals other people's life stories and tries to make it his life story. And it's corny, man. It's like, dude, you have no experience. None. And then my TV exposes that because of that. I remember that night he went on my TV. First, they were clowning him about not knowing that Alabama wasn't on the East Coast. Like, dude, you're from Alabama and you don't know Alabama ain't on the East Coast.
No, it's down there in the Gulf of Mexico.
Exactly. They pulled
And
up
I don't
the
even
map.
live there.
They pulled up the whole East Coast map and like, okay, where Alabama at?
Dude,
And
there's
he
like a
looks
whole fucking row of states that separates Alabama from the East Coast.
and then even on the Gulf Coast, it's a little tiny snippet that touches the Gulf Coast.
Right. It's like a little arm right at the very bottom of Alabama.
Right. But he's ignorant. And he
But like I said, I don't even live there, and I know. Well, look, he's ignorant on a lot of things. I mean, how many times did we catch him up on his lack of knowledge of just history alone, and American history at that?
Hey, y'all hearing it? Listen, y'all listen. Y'all heard what Snowman just said. I ain't say it. He said it. I ain't the only one to notice this. This guy don't know basic elementary school shit. We ain't talking about deep history. We talking about elementary school geography and history. And he live in the damn state we talking about. Like,
well, look, Israel, and that it lends to why it's so easy for him to disagree with people. Like, remember, was you there the night that we were in his back chat, and he was wanting to argue about January 6th with me? So I brought Greg Kelly on, gave him the link, and Greg Kelly was actually at January 6th with 3 other guys, where they were on all 4 sides of it, actually videoing the whole event all the way around the Capitol. All right. And this guy that came on that was actually at the fucking event, Jay didn't want to hear anything someone who was actually there had to say. Someone who had boots on the ground had to say, who had actual video, video proof and evidence of everything that was going on. He chose to believe what the news was telling him over what someone else whose lived experience was telling him. And see, I can't get down with people like that. That's why me and Jay had a falling out. I tried to give him the benefit of the doubt. Because if you recall, I first came over to his platform because the fact that me and him had a disagreement on CTs, and I drug his ass. And if you recall, when the very first time I was on his channel, I drug his ass that first night.
Yeah, I remember that. I remember that January 6th talk. I remember that shit. I remember it. Now that you refresh my memory, I remember that shit.
It's just like that whole deal that the night that me, him, what was it? It was me, him, fucking not Op, but the other guy that worked that Death Note. It was me, him, Death Note, you, and Red were all in the back, and we got on to talk about George Floyd. And remember, we pulled up the fucking video. And me and Red and even Death Note had to concede to a couple things where Jay kept saying he's not being combative. He's not being combative. He's complying. What the fuck are you talking about, dude? His partner that was sitting right beside him told him, dude, stop fucking resisting and just do what they say. And Jay still, Jay has this fucking, in my opinion, he is the prime example of what someone who lives their life in a victimhood mindset is. And he's been afforded every opportunity to have a decent life.
Amanaz is asking a question. She can't come up right now. She's getting her hair dried. But she's saying, someone tell me about him using someone else's life story as his own. He's using Death Note's life story.
No, she said she had someone. I had someone tell me about him using.
I thought she was asking me to tell her. My bad. That's why I can't.
So she's validating what you're saying because she's had someone come to her and tell her the same thing. Oh, dude, I've had many people because I like to share occasionally, because I've been on YouTube long enough now. Occasionally, I like to share examples of some really fucked up shit that's happened in my life with the audience. Yeah. And I've went around and heard people using stories that I've told as their stories. Like you've heard me tell the story about my dad being the first person to ever put a gun to my head.
Yeah, I know about that.
I've heard people use that story and say that it happened to them, almost damn near for verbatim.
Yeah, these dudes is funny, man. Like I said, they don't have no life experiences, and they get mad when I point that out to them. You young and you ain't did nothing in your life. It ain't so much that you're young. It's that you haven't done nothing in your life, in your short life.
Well, I think that's a lot of the issue with a lot of these young cats and why they do it. They don't look, if you think about it, Gen X is really the last generation of people that had anything to really fight for. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
that really had anything to go out and rebel rouse for, to go out and protest for.
Wait a
you
minute.
know?
Hold on, what we got going on here? Uh-oh, my man Red Illusion is in the house. Wait a minute.
Shit.
Wait a minute.
It's the angry demon cracker here.
Wait a minute. Wait.
The angry demon cracker.
Yo.
Red Illusion.
You got the whole cracker conglomerate up in here.
I know, man. This is crazy. It's a cracker convention.
See, I'm glad. I didn't even plan this. I didn't text nobody, say come up. I just went live. And I'm glad all my peoples is coming up because these trolls is trying to gang up against me. And I got people who was actually there and witness these dudes that we talking about.
But back to what I was saying about the not having anything to really protest about. That's why you see a lot of these younger cats today, in my opinion, out trying to, propagate a bunch of issues that other people live that they don't have to deal with. Yeah. And trying to use that as a reason for them to go out and protest and burn shit down in this fit of rage.
So let me bring Red Illusion up to speed. Red, you remember what, a month ago or 2 months ago, Jay was going to air us out? Remember that?
Yeah.
And I aired his ass out. So ever since then, I guess he been in his feelings and he's trying to get revenge on me some kind of way. So he's linked back up with Embrace the Grace, who he banned.
I can't stand that bitch.
Multiple times.
Oh, I saw him play a clip of you calling her a bitch.
Did you?
No, Israel.
Oh, well, she is a bitch. She's a fucking dumbass, lying, feminazi piece of shit that thinks that women should get special treatment, but should be treated the same at the same time. That's not how life works.
And she's black one day, she's Italian the next, and then she's Dominican.
And then she's a dirty ass hippie that doesn't fucking shave her armpits or take a shower the next.
She's a fucking chameleon, man.
That's exactly what she is. Dude, she is Israel. She will tell you whatever the fuck she thinks you need to hear for her to fit in with whatever group of people she's with.
Point. And these type of men, they're very susceptible to women like that. So she actually, because I aired her out a long time ago.
So did I.
And she got mad. And she's been trying to get revenge against me too ever since. So she went and reinvented herself on Black Men Unfiltered.
She's been on that. Oh, you're talking about Grace.
Panel. And I said to them, I went up on the panel when I seen it the first time. Why do y'all got her up here? She's nothing but a liar. Why is she up here? Why? Y'all claim y'all trying to put black people back together, but you got her lying ass up here. Make it make sense. Make it make sense.
Because look, I'll be honest with you, Israel. There are way better representatives of the white community and the female white community that could be used than Grace.
Well, what it is this: you got a group of black men who they want to try to straighten out other black women, and their way of trying to do that is I'm gonna get the white girl to tell y'all fucking up.
Yep.
That's what they do. So that's the role she fills. And I told them, I said, y'all don't know her, man. I've known her for like 3-4 years now. She's a liar. All you gotta do is, you don't believe me, go to her channel.
Hey, you remember that night she was sitting there trying to put out all that information about the child support system and the family court system, and I was in the chat telling her how every bit of information she was given was a bunch of bullshit and she didn't know what she was talking about.
Yep. We did a couple of them shows, the child support shows, and we're proving our point.
And it's not just that
she don't know nothing about the system because she ain't been in the system. She ain't divorced. She ain't been to family court. Remember, she's still married.
But it's
She's
dudes
still
capping
married.
about it now. Like when you were on that panel, it was like 7 dudes versus you, Israel, and all you were saying is, "Hey, if you get married to a woman, she can ruin your life." And they're like, "Oh, why you being afraid? Why you
Oh,
living
so
in fear?"
you was there, you heard it.
Yeah,
I didn't
and
know, man. Damn, I wish you would have came up. So
no, I heard it
exactly, I'm
after the
glad you
fact.
said that.
Well,
All I'm
now, well, I was just going to say, now, me and Israel, we've had disagreements on marriage before because though I do know that what he's saying, if you marry a woman, she can ruin your life. I also know that in a lot of instances, marriage is the only way to protect a man from some of the things a woman can do to ruin your life.
Yes, but
well, I'm not
what was
saying
happening
marriage
in this
doesn't have
argument,
its
from my point
advantages,
of view, is Israel was
and I've
saying like,
and I've
"What's
never
the
said.
solution?" And they're saying, "Oh, the solution is black men need to put their foot down." Okay, what the fuck does that mean?
Well, no, it ain't even necessarily that. If I've noticed that the biggest answer is always you need to vet better, and I have yet to find anybody to give a streamlined working method of how you can vet a woman and her not turn out to be a piece of shit.
You can't.
Well, you can't. Coach Greg Adams already disputed that. Coach Greg Adams talks about the marriage will. Who that woman is right now doesn't necessarily mean who she's going to be 5-10 years from now. Like
Right.
in Breedford's Law tells you it doesn't matter what she promised you. Once she gets what she gets, all bets is out. She gonna
Yeah,
do what she
you could have the sweetest woman on the planet, and you never. It could take the simplest thing, man. Her stub her toe, and now she's fucking flipped the script and trying to do some new shit.
I mean,
as
some people
Red Louise
literally turn
just said, right?
schizophrenic at 35.
As Red just said, when I was on that panel with these guys, I'm glad Red was there. I'm glad I got a witness. All I was trying to say, okay, because the dude kept complaining about the black church, right? Okay, that's nothing new.
Yeah,
And also, Red,
churches always cater.
that was the dude in the baseball cap, in the fitted cap. He also came from Embrace the Graces channel too, by the way. So, see, Jay and him came over.
Where does she get all these black soldiers?
Huh?
Where does she get all these black soldiers?
She gets these corny ass simp dudes. That's
well,
where
I know Freezy.
And well, that's the dude's name, Freezy. So he
maybe Freezy doesn't. I don't think Freezy really. I'm gonna have to talk with Freezy because Freezy's actually a good dude.
So I was getting the hints of that. So that's what Red was just pointing out. So I said, well, brother, if anytime in business, anytime you have a problem, you should also come with a solution. So let's start talking about what is the solution, right? Jay immediately jumps up and goes, oh, I got the solution. I got the solution. And he plays this goofy ass video. No, first I said, well, let's talk about root cause. When did the problem start? Jay says 1968 because he don't remember shit I've told him. It's 1969 and 1970. That's when no fault divorce got implemented.
Well, that's when the first iteration of it came into play. It was Reagan that actually signed it into a national policy.
No, it was right in California in 69, but it went nationwide in 70. So that's the time period where shit went haywire, right?
I could have swore it was like the early 80s when it was implemented nationwide.
69.
That's when people were getting divorced a lot more.
It was 69 when no dog that came in California. Then the rest of the states adopted it in 1970. So that's when we go into when everything got flipped upside down in the black community. We went from being married at an 80% rate to being, married at a 90% rate, actually, to being, most of our kids are being born at an 80 to 90% rate to wedlock. Or everything got flipped upside down. That right after, that's what happened. It wasn't welfare. It wasn't the prison industrial complex. That came later. That came more later in the late 70s towards the 80s. But what sparked all of that was no fault divorce. That's when they got power in the court systems. Black women did, right? So white women looked at them like, all right, now y'all bitches is going too far. White women said, "Nah, we ain't leaving our men."
You know what? You were off by a year. It says California in 1970 was the first state to offer it.
They started pushing the legislation earlier, so maybe
Right.
I am wrong about when it actually got
I'm just saying
signed.
you were just off by 1 year on when it got
I'm
signed,
close,
and California, but you were right about California being the first state to do it.
Yeah, and it was Reagan, right?
That part I am not seeing yet for sure. Which what governor
I'm pretty
was in
sure
charge?
Reagan was very instrumental in it.
Because I can't remember when Reagan was elected into office as governor.
Yeah, but he was building up his political base at that time. So
Right.
he, like MAGA started before Trump became president, kind of thing. Which I don't have a problem with MAGA. Actually, I got my MAGA hat right here. Anyway,
You traitor.
Yeah, I'm an Uncle Tom ass.
You a
nigga.
traitor to your own people, Israel.
Yeah, I know.
God forbid you want your country to be great.
Oh, we're gonna talk about Biden and his Title IX shit. I'm glad I got both of y'all on here so we can have that conversation. Y'all saw what he did yesterday, right? Day before yesterday.
I try to ignore him.
Oh yeah, see, I predicted that was going to happen too, because Democrats have one playbook: they pander to black women, then they go after the undocumented Mexicans and South Americans, and then they pivot immediately to the alphabet community. It's the same playbook every election.
Yeah, I have a similar
every fucking election.
totem
But
pole
anyway,
in my head.
so anyway, I was telling the dude. So Jay comes up, and I said, "Okay, Jay. So we're right. We're all in agreement that we're talking about no fault divorce, right? None of them dudes, because they don't know what the fuck they talking about. They claim to be historians, but everybody was quiet. So then, Jay says, "Well, I got a video." He plays the video. Now I don't remember him sending the video in the private chat. So that means he had been communicating with them behind the scenes. He sent it to somebody's email or he sent it to their phone. So then they play the video. The video was stupid as hell. It got nothing to do with what we talking about.
Well, that's usual.
Yeah, wasn't it like some dumb bitch in a car that was like talking?
It was some girl in a store or something.
I was going to say, if it was some dumb bitch in a car, it had to have been one of Jay's own videos.
But it was stupid. It was stupid. It had nothing to do with what we was talking about as usual with Jay. All of these dumbasses, Black Men Unfiltered people, why are y'all allowing this? Ain't nobody else seeing
No,
it.
the solution is watching dumb girls and dissecting them online.
Exactly. So I'm like, why are you? And he's gonna. I'm saying it, but they keep muting me, and I'm unmuting myself. Oh shit, he gonna play this video 10 times. Here we go. Because even in the beginning, everybody's like, okay, what am I missing? That's what they were saying in the beginning. But when I started saying something, now they want to come against me. And I'm saying the same thing they were saying. What is the point of this video? What does this have to do? Then they tried to say, oh, he's making his point. No, he wasn't making his point. He was supposed to be answering the question I asked Freezy.
How drunk was Jay?
That was the topic we were talking.
He didn't seem drunk. He was just like, it sounded like he took the opportunity to answer the question as a segue for him to show
to attack me.
Yeah,
that's
and there was that too. There's a lot
that's
of
what he was trying to do.
Like the passive aggressive, like some people need to just know when their time is up. It's like, what the fuck are you talking about, dude?
You mean like Jay?
No, his
time is up.
See, Jay likes to try to make me like I'm a boomer or something.
No, you're a bully, sir. You are a bully.
Yes, I am I am a bully. Yes, the fuck I am. I will bully the shit out of some goofy ninjas. I can't stand them.
Yeah, I know, because me and you didn't like each other when we first met.
But it's cool.
It is cool.
But that's how men operate. We could have, if we was growing up together, we might have been fighting one week and best friends the next.
I mean, Christ, back to what I was saying earlier, man. I think Red was there the very first time I was on Jay's panel and drug his ass on his panel.
So now all of a sudden they trying to reinvent why they're mad at me for me saying the same shit I've been saying to all of them for years. Like, why y'all trying to act like y'all got this newfound madness? And then Jay comes over to my channel the next day, Red, and is trolling in my. He's never been to my channel, by the way. He comes
Yeah,
over
I've
here,
never
wants to
seen him
troll
over here.
me, and then he calls my phone like 7-8 times in a row. I mean, back to back. I'm sending him the voicemail because I was busy. I was actually doing something with my daughter. That was Friday. Amanaz can tell you, when was I at Friday? Where did I go Friday? I ain't even going to answer. I'm going to let Amanaz answer it. But anyway, I was doing something with my daughter, and he calling me back to back to back. I'm like, why? First of all, I'm done with you. I have nothing to say to you. That's what I said on his panel when me and Red went up that day. You a lying ass bastard, and you don't know what the fuck you talking about half the time. Oh, you know the other person that came over from there on Black Men Unfiltered is Alexis from Texas. Y'all remember her?
I know who that is.
When Jay was trying to screw her, remember?
Yep.
She used to always come on Jay's channel. So all he's doing is trying to reinvent the JVJ network on Black Men Unfiltered, and they too stupid to even realize what's happening.
It's like a bed bug infestation going to another house.
But even with Angry Man, Jay's trying to be cool with Angry Man all of a sudden. Remember when he used to talk shit about Angry Man? And I would be like, yo, no, nah, AM ain't like that. Nah, that nigga a bitch nigga. He a bitch nigga. And
yeah.
Remember he used to say that about Angry
his whole
Man?
campaign started when he had a smaller channel.
And then I told him, I said, look.
Oh, this man, Angry Man, is buying subscribers. And it's like,
he said, I got more subscribers than Angry Man. I said, no, you don't. I said, this dude got like 500,000 on one of his channels. Dude,
I bet you he's never been able to get an Angry Man on his channel to have a talk with him.
So, AM.
You know who has?
He been on your channel?
Yeah.
I didn't know that. Oh, okay, that's what's up.
Yeah, me and Angry Man go back 4 years ago. He was one of the first big name fucking YouTubers that I actually connected with, man.
So, and I've been on plenty of panels with AM. Me and AM was on Might Be Risky a couple of months ago. Me, him, and Tommy Sotomayor. All of us was there together. We was all 1, 2, 3 on the panel.
Yeah, dude, I was in the chat for that one. I couldn't get on. I wanted on so fucking bad.
So, but anyway, I vouched for Angry Man when we was on Jay's network, and I said, nah, you got this guy all wrong, man. You got this guy all wrong. I said, maybe you should go over there and talk to him, have a conversation with him. So he does. He goes over to Angry Man's channel, and the first thing he says to AM, do you know V Ben Israel? AM is like, I think so, but I'm not sure. I already told Jay, I don't know AM like that. I'm cool with him. He's been nice to me anytime I've come on his channel, but I don't know him like me and him, like we tight, like I am with y'all. You know what I'm saying? So the first thing you do is go over there and go, oh, do you know V Ben Israel? Why are you bringing me up?
Yeah, if he would have went over there and said, do you know Angry Snowman? He would probably he'd tell him, yeah.
So he pandered to AM that night. And that was right before he tried to go over there to Mike TV, and Mike TV exposed him. But anyway, wait a minute. You was talking shit about this man, and now you his best friend? I find that funny, man.
I thought it was funny the day fucking Angry Man fucking drugged Jay's ass. Remember when he got in that debate with him?
He's a clown, and anybody with any sense of realness can see it in him. And then yeah, he was in my chat, and I'm going back and forth with him. I'm like, hey, what you want to? Why you want?
Oh, and Almanai says when she left, you were about to leave with your daughter. Hell, I was asleep when you got back.
There you go. I wasn't even home. He won't answer your phone. Answer your phone. Wait a minute. Hey, I don't want nobody saying I'm lying, right? Hold on. Because since Jay always talking about receipts and shit, I got receipts.
Why is and see that's just it. I don't understand why he talk about receipts all the time when he never brings none.
That's him texting my phone. After he done called me now, at this point, he done called me about 10 times. This is the second day. So this is Saturday.
Damn, you pulling the same shit I did to him the day that he fucking remember when I did that to him, Red? When me and him got into it, kept having that back and forth, and he wanted to come over and talk shit and be disrespectful and wouldn't shut the fuck up and let me have a word edgewise on my own platform. So I booted him and I told him, give me $50. I'll let you come up and say whatever the fuck you want.
Well, where did I get that from? The Lapeef Network, who else did that? The Fight Club, all of them ninjas. Now they all on the Black Men Unfiltered, and they do them bounties. So here you go. You want to talk to me, and that goes to any of the trolls. Smitty, I'm gonna get in Smitty ass in a minute. Embrace the Grace. Any of them want to? I'll give them 30 minutes uninterrupted. Come up, you want to come on here? It's going to cost y'all $50. So he talking about you begging for money. You begging for money. No, I'm not. I'm charging you. I ain't charging nobody else. I'm charging you. But you the same dude that was begging for money every night for your laptop fund that Death Note ended up paying for. Death Note was paying for his StreamYard because the nigga broke. Yeah, y'all ain't know that, did you?
Wow.
Yeah,
I openly like going on. Look, see, and I openly admit, you know, Almonds heard me say it, Red's heard me say it 1 billion times. I openly admit I'm a grifter.
So yeah, you want to talk to me, Jay? $50. Send $50 to my Cash App. I will unblock you because I know he trolls and he don't.
Now it's 100 because you got to give Israel 50 and me 50 because I might consider letting him unblock you.
Red gonna get it and say, nah, it's 150. We all getting some of this nigga. We all getting paid. But yeah, there you go, right there. What kind of man does this to another man? Yo, I call you, you don't answer your phone. I just like, yo, hit me back when you can. And you did. I ain't calling you back to back. I'm like, yo, this man got shit to do. Maybe he got something going on. He got kids, he got a wife. Or he's just a man who got shit to do. He'll hit me back when he can. Red, I ain't got your number. I need to get that. Put your number in the back chat for me.
He won't give phone numbers, dude.
He ain't gonna give me his number.
He wouldn't give it to me. The only way I get a hold of him is if I get a hold of him on IG. Fucking prick.
I think I'm on. Well, send me a message on IG then.
Yeah, I don't have IG.
I thought
Instagram.
You had
not anymore. I put my number.
Oh, maybe that's why I couldn't find you when I was looking for you.
Oh, you got rid of your IG?
I got banned.
Oh,
well, you know that's because
I'm under a fucking strike.
While I'm looking at receipts, here go the Uncanny
album out,
right?
Uncanny. That's what I wanted to talk about, dude. So, if you noticed, you remember that conversation we had on Jay's channel about Kamala Harris and whether or not she was qualified?
Yeah,
that was the first time Uncanny showed up on YouTube.
Yes,
in the scene. Period.
Really?
Why did he wait 3 weeks to confront you?
That was almost 2 months.
At least a month, yeah.
At least a month. I give you that. I said the same thing to Lena. I said your boyfriend been stalking me for quite some time. I don't understand these men who worry so much about what other men are doing.
And I snussed him out immediately. I knew he was trolling because he came up talking about some shit Kevin Samuels said, and like it was really like I thought he was Death Note at first with a voice changer. Like that's how much of a troll he sounded like.
That'd be some shit Death Note would do.
That's what I thought he was.
Nah, this ain't Death Note. This is definitely that Kevin.
No, I saw his face. I saw his face last night on Jay's stream.
Oh, he's still going to Jay channel?
Yeah, he did a show with it was weird because it was on Jay's
channel. Oh, he
channel,
doing shows now?
It was Jay. No, it was Jay's channel, but it was him, Uncanny.
That's my point. He doing shows now. I find it funny, and I wasn't gonna say nothing, but your girl's still trying to get in touch with me, dude. You ain't know that, did you? She just called Death Note the other night and called me the same night.
Hey, Red, I put my number back there for you too. Israel's already got it though.
For sure.
Ain't that funny? See, I ain't said nothing about that. I wasn't gonna say nothing, but since you just said what you said, he really all of these fools is teaming up, man. But your girl's still she still got me on her mind.
But here's the thing, first of all, even without the YouTube stalking shit, why does he have to confront you to tell him to stop talking to Lena? And Lena
Because
can't tell
bitch
you to stop
niggas
talking
do
to
that.
her.
That's what they do.
But why can't Lena tell you to stop?
Control women, so but they some kind of way they think they can control another man, which is outrageous to me. Hold on. Oh, that's the private chat. Okay, I thought I had more guests. Okay, that's y'all in the private chat. Okay, but yeah, they can't control their women. They have no influence over their women because their women see the bitch in them. So they think they're gonna play tough guy to another man, and that's gonna make the woman want them more. No, she still got me on her brain. She just called Death Note. This is last week. She called Death Note out of the blue. Matter of fact, it was the same day I was on Black Men Unfiltered. That same night. Death Note called me. He's like, yo, it was like 3 o'clock in the morning. I was like, yo, what's up? He was like, yo, tell your girl to stop calling me. I was like, all right, man, I'll take care of it. So I called her, left her message, like, yo, call me back. So I'm supposed to be blocked, right? How'd she get the message and call me back? So then she tried to lie. I said, Lena, why are you calling Death Note about me? Oh, it wasn't about you. Why would you call Death Note if it wasn't about me? You damn sure was asking about me. I know what you said. He told me. No, I'm just trying to understand. Maybe I did something wrong. You did do something wrong. You lied. We told you that. But that ain't got no reason why after your man done told you to stop calling me, you still trying to reach out to me. You knew Death Note was going to fucking tell me. She knew that was going to happen. If you know me and Death Note, you know he going to tell me.
Just like I've never known Death Note not to have no issues telling anybody anything, to be honest with you.
Huh?
I've never known for Death Note to have issues telling anybody anything, whether they liked it or not, to be honest with you.
No, he gonna tell the truth one way or the other. One way or the other. Here it is. Me and him, he do it to me. It's still my boy.
Yeah, I mean, he's told me some shit to piss me off. I ain't got no problem with him, but that's the one thing I respect about him is that he's true. He keeps it real, man.
He keeps it real. Whether we agree on it or not, at least you had the balls to tell me what you was thinking, and I can respect that. That's why we all get along. That's why we all get along. So anyway, yeah, Mr. Franklin Stewart, your girl, man, these dudes is funny, man. These dudes is funny as fucking me.
Hey, Red, by the way, now since I got a way to get a hold of you, I'll be getting a hold of you soon to give you that painting I still owe you.
Oh, yeah, that's right. Hell yeah.
And these dudes, they always find each other and they support each other. So that's Black Men Unfiltered. That was Mike the
Brotherhood.
Over there on Mike.
Order 66.
See, that's what's crazy is I've been on Black Man. I used to have a show on Black Man Unfiltered's platform. All right,
they fugazi, man. They fake.
I didn't see him that way.
They're starting to show their true colors, just like I told them they would.
That's interesting.
Just watch. Just sit back and watch, and at some point we'll relive this conversation. You're gonna come and say, "V, you was right." And go ahead.
No, I was just going to say, this is kind of a sidebar, but I think Red might remember me predicting. Remember when I said something about I don't believe that there's going to be a debate between. They're not going to let debates happen between Trump and Biden for this presidential cycle?
Of course not.
I've put money on that bet with some of my friends as well.
Of course.
Hey, dude, they've already come out and there isn't going to be a debate.
Both camps.
Of course not.
Dude, and I predicted this 6 months ago, Red.
They're gonna stick to their game plan, like I just laid out for y'all, and they're gonna hope that gets them enough votes.
It's a national divorce. There's nothing to talk about.
And they're trying to give free shit away to everybody. So
No, they're trying to give free shit away to everybody but Americans.
But poor white men and poor black men. Everybody else getting free shit. Working class white men and working class poor people and black men. We X'd out. We had a conversation on this shit one night.
Yeah, we all ninjas now, dude. As far as they're concerned,
was talking about again the origins. That night we was on JVJ Network, and we was talking about the origins of racism, and it was because the rich that came over here.
I remember I was there on that stream.
Remember we was talking about the rich. They realized they was outnumbered, and they didn't want us teaming up to overthrow them.
Yeah, because you know what? To what you're saying, me and Dirty Folks do a podcast, and we prove that shit all the time. That
no, matter of fact, it wasn't JVJ Network. You know where it was, Snowman? It was on your boy Kelly's show. That was the first time you took me over there.
Oh yeah, that's right. That's right. It was great. It was on Greg Kelly.
We was talking about the origins. We was talking January 6th, and then we started talking about the origins of racism.
Yeah, because it initially started out, he was doing a stream. It was a religious stream, and that's why you hopped up.
You wanted me to hear what he was saying. But then we started talking about politics. Shout out to Kelly, by the way. That dude has always been cool with me.
Yeah, shout out to the real Greg Kelly and the real Greg Kelly show. Hopefully he'll grace us on YouTube again one of these days.
No, man, I gotta add the wrench for you. I got to give you a wrench. I'll give it to you later.
I ain't worried about a wrench. I'm not worried about a wrench, Israel, because a wrench.
No, I like giving them out, man, because it helps me out.
All I'm saying is that means that I feel like I have to do work, and I don't come to other people's streams to do work.
Well, you working now, man. You guest hosting right now. You know.
Well, then you bitches out there watching need to be hitting both our cash apps.
Red always working. That's why I cussed Jay out. I said, how fucking dare you talk to Red like that? Red been supporting your ass for all of this time, and you gonna act like he hasn't?
Right.
I said that to that.
I don't know what he was saying, like, oh, I'll air both y'all out. Like, what the fuck? What do you know about me, dude?
Some of these people,
I remember because I was saying some shit, and they're like, "Oh, Jay, look at this is one of your people disagreeing with you," and he was like, "Oh no, Red don't support me like that."
Well, a lot of these folks aren't mentally stable enough to be happy to even be on this platform and trying to have the discussions that they're having.
I've met so many people through Jay's channel; it's ridiculous, and they don't fuck with him, and they all still talk to me. It's funny.
And it makes you wonder how many people that are part of his subscriber count actually come back and watch his shows.
None. When you look at his lives, he be having 5-10 people on his lives.
Dude, my live count, the fucking amount of audience members have been growing like crazy in my lives.
And Mike TV pointed this out to him. Like, obviously you buying subscribers because your metrics ain't lining up the way they should be. Mike TV, so now he's trying to reinvent himself the way Grace did. And I call her out the night she did the show with Hink in the basement, another fake ass ninja. I called this out. She would not bring me up on that panel. That was the day she was trying to talk about what's an alpha man. And he immediately gets up on her panel and says, I don't consider myself to be an alpha because you're not a fucking alpha. Alpha would never say that. Alpha ain't gonna say I'm equal to everybody else. No, a fucking Delta or a Beta would say that. Not an Alpha. Or
actually, a real man isn't even going to say it because a real man knows that no men are equal.
Nah, you put in work over the course of your life to be better than other men. You want your flowers, and there's nothing wrong with that. That's the competition that men have. Even you see it amongst boys. You know, I'm faster than you. I'm stronger.
Well, that's what I'm saying. To what you're saying is real men. They understand that that's why this equality movement and shit is never going to work because men know that men aren't equal. There is no equality among people. It doesn't exist. It's a fucking illusion that they've given us to give us something to fucking fight about.
Dudes with tits.
And if there was total equality, there wouldn't be any progress. progress.
Right. We'd live in a fucking communist society. It'd be like the Borg. The entire hive, their whole mission is to protect the fucking hive.
Yeah, Jay got big headed when he started. I'm responding to Amanaz in the chat, y'all. He got big headed when his subscriber count went up a little bit. He was buying subscribers.
All mine are
That's
organic.
what he's doing.
Well, technically, I guess I do buy subscribers because every milestone I have a raffle that I do where people win money.
No, what he was doing was he was paying those services where you can get 10,000 subscribers for $100.
Right, and people sit. They actually have people that are paid to sit and watch streams. That way, they get watch hours and shit.
Yes, over there in China.
Well, you can get that job here in America too.
Imagine some poor Indian motherfucker that has to watch JVJ all day.
Well, you don't even have to watch the whole stream. All you got to do is watch 5-10 minutes of it for it to count towards watch hours.
But yeah, that's what he was doing. Everybody knows it, and it backfired on him. We tried to tell him how to build his channel, and we all tried to help him and support him, and he shitted on us one by one.
Hey, I don't know what you guys are doing in there, but it better chill out right now.
Man, shut your punk ass up, Daddy.
You shut your damn mouth.
Shout out to Mikey. What's up, Mikey?
He don't hear you. I got headphones on.
Okay.
It's up to some ginger activities.
Dude, they're all little fucking heathens. And he's the ringleader.
Hey, man. And this is something I've been thinking about for a while. I'm going to try to do a live show, and this will probably be after I get my kidney transplant, when I'm actually strong enough to do it. I'm going to throw a cookout for all of us. I'm going to get everybody. We're going to team up one day and do a live show and a cookout somewhere. May not be here. I don't care where it is. I mean, personally, but we all going to get together in person. I mean that shit. That's going to happen one day in the future after I get my transplant.
Do like our own version of a Manosphere meetup?
Yes, exactly. We're going to do real men meetup. We're going to do the real men meetup. I'm sick of these bitch niggas, man. Y'all just don't understand.
Oh, man. Dude, I got a whole new fucking group of people that I'm sick of. Whole new. I'm sick of all these fucking weak ass, fucking pale, pasty, pussy ass, fucking punk bitch, fucking white crackers out here that want to fucking simp and cater and fucking be so fucking worthless and pussy that they can't. They're afraid of black people now. They're weak, weak.
Fake ass progressive nigga. We gonna kowtow to all of the women ninjas.
Hey, Red. The other night I got on a panel that was nothing but white people. All I said was, they were talking about, somebody made a comment about, I couldn't hear anything because we were all, a couple of us were talking over each other, me included. Yeah. And I made the comment, well, I'm sorry. I just got back from being on an all black panel, and that's all I got out, and they all lost their noodle.
Why?
Because that's racist. How are you going to sit and generalize a whole fucking group of people just over a... And then apparently this fucking fake white Canadian motherfucker claimed that his dad's black.
Yeah, that's what they always do. They always got a black relative.
I'm sitting here thinking, you know what? How is it that I can sit and my whole fucking day on YouTube consists of hanging out with nothing but brothers? And you're going to tell me what I can and can't say? I say more racist shit to them than I even said here.
And that's the difference, and it's all racial projection, because, like, if I'm in the hood and I'm talking with some guys about rap battles, I can say the N-word, nobody's going to have a problem with it. But if I'm on a college campus reading it out of a book, other white kids are going to have a problem with me saying it. It's so weird.
It fucking annoys the piss out of me, these fucking soft-ass fucking baby shit fucking dude. They're white people. I'm ashamed of white people. I'm ashamed of them.
You have to like speak for black people, and you shouldn't say that word. Like, who the fuck are you to speak?
Yeah, how about
that?
You just let black people speak for themselves and start acting like they're fucking humans?
Because these people are un-American, man. They don't believe in free speech. They want to control your speech. You can only say what's approved by their sensibilities.
And what are you if you can't say what you want? You're a slave.
Exactly.
I'm gonna show you. It's only like maybe I'll show you like maybe the first 20 to 30 seconds of this.
Hold on, let me clear out this screen with this overlay. Hold on a second. Let me clear it out for you.
I'm pulling the video up anyhow. I got
Go
like
ahead.
all my files. Where are you? There it is. Yep. Nope, wrong one. Untitled. Where the fuck did it go? I'm still looking for it. Give me a second.
But it's Order 66, man. So Order 66 don't just affect black women and white women. It also affects goofy ass black men and goofy ass white men too.
Oh, there it
It
is.
affects all of them.
I found it.
Order 66 affects all of them, and they all trying to gang up and team up now.
That's like
Execute Order 66.
Yeah, I got that link loaded up. You just got to share my screen now.
I can't share
Once
it.
more, the simps will rule the
I'm
galaxy.
mobile, so I can't share it.
I can tell you how. If you go on your phone, it'll be in with your new guests that pop up in that same area on your phone.
Okay, hold on. Go to guests.
Yep.
Okay. All right, I'm in there.
And
all I see is me, you, and Red. I don't see nothing else.
Here, let me try it a different way then. I'll try and see if I can run it through my OBS.
Man, don't come over here with all that white man technology, man. You know we poor over here.
I think OBS.
No, with my OBS, I can run it on my avatar thing. It'll just be in my square, and you can just make my square big.
Okay, that I can do. Would I go to layouts to make you big, right?
Yeah. Or no, you just click. I think you just click on my avatar, and it'll give you the option to make me front and center.
Oh, okay. It makes you the center. Okay, hold on.
Yeah. Just give me a second to see if I can pull this up.
Making me do all this shit that involves sight. Hold on.
Stop! I didn't want that one. Damn it. Video.
Right. There you go.
Hold on. I'm trying to pull it up. I mean, you guys can still keep talking. I'm gonna see if I can pull this up.
That's you big though, right?
Does it show just the shadow of a couple people?
Yeah.
Good. Yeah, that's me.
All right. So you big whenever you can.
Okay.
Yeah.
No Diddy.
Oh, that's sick.
Man.
You fucker.
It's funny, man.
I already have I'm already self-conscious about that, Red, you piece of shit.
All right. Let me
Whitey's.
let me talk to the chat. Hey, we're coming up to 20 minutes to the top of the hour, y'all. April 21st, 2024, here on the People's Podcast. We in the QC. We broadcasting on YouTube. We on what we on? We on Van Johnson Facebook. We on V Speaks Facebook. We worldwide, y'all. We got the Snowman in the house. We got Red Illusion in the house. Man, we doing it big, man. I didn't even plan on this tonight. I'm glad they came up because I was thinking about both of them earlier. I was really calling to check on Mikey. That's, I always call to check on Mikey, man.
Tell me if you guys hear the audio.
No.
You guys hear that?
No.
What about here?
Nothing.
Nope.
Damn it.
And I got audio enabled on the avatar, so we should hear it. Yeah, I always check on Mikey because, man, I think Snowman be doing stuff to that boy, man. We gotta check on
You
Mikey.
better quit. You
Mikey
better quit.
No,
I don't do anything that boy doesn't bring on himself.
Sound like me. Sound like me. My daughter had to acknowledge that we was talking the other night. And yeah, well, Dad, I can say, well, you was fair. We might have not didn't like that shit, but you applied the rules equally to everybody. And I said, I still do. It is what it is. And I said to my daughter, imagine, I said, Madge, when in your lifetime have you needed help and I wasn't there?
You guys can't hear that?
No.
God, I don't know why it won't work. Maybe it only works through
Which
OBS.
hey, save it. Amaniz will be up in a little bit. You could be able to just put it in a back chat for her, and she can pull it up.
Okay.
Yeah, she'll be able.
Well, I can't put it in the back chat. She'd have to actually share my screen because this is a file.
With this guy's nose,
dude. Well, look, this dude right here is the guy that claims he has a fucking black father. All right.
Oh, this is the guy. Okay.
No, the one that my arrow's circling around.
It looks like my father.
But this guy over here is just a fucking your normal ignorant piece of shit. Yeah, go ahead. Yes, please. Thank you.
They use this pseudo racism.
Dude, it's this shit with the shit with white people is sick right now. Sick.
They use it to distract us from the important issues. It's not even racism they're talking about. They're talking about prejudice and bigotry. Who is it? Who isn't? And we're distracted, so nobody's paying attention to Title IX, what Joe Biden just did. That the transgenders can now join the girls' teams.
Or the TikTok bill.
Yeah, I was just reading
going
that.
to
when you brought it up, I went and read
to
about
Congress,
it.
I think.
Well,
or no, it passed Congress. It's going to the Senate. They're sending like $8 billion to Israel.
Oh yeah, let's not even get to Israel and Gaza yet. Let's not even get overseas.
You can make me not big though now, since I couldn't get it to work.
But that's
right.
a good point, Ray, and I'm coming there. But I say when LeBron retires, or he should retire, and join the NBA, enjoy the WNBA. So that way LeBron can have 100 points a night, and he could play for another 20 years.
LeBriana?
Yeah, that's what we're going to call him. Lawana man, we're going to call him, what is it? LeBrana? Joanna man, we're going to call him Jabrana.
No. See, with me, I'm just honestly, Israel, I'm sick of these fake white people so much so to the point that I've created a new segment for the Dirty Snow podcast. You know what me and Dirty are going to start doing? Okay. I'm going to start finding all white panels, and me and him are going to jump up on there, and we're just going to say as much extremely racist shit as we can about black people and see how long it takes for them to fucking lose their noodle.
But yeah, like Red was pointing out, nobody's paying attention to how much money we are sending to Israel. Nobody's paying, and why? They can't even tell you why we're doing it. Why are we doing it? Hell, if they was giving the money to damn Taiwan, I would at least would understand that.
Yeah, I think it's $2 billion to Taiwan, $8 billion to Israel, and another $40 billion to Ukraine.
So how do you justify that? We don't get shit from Israel.
Somebody explained to me why every fucking president since FDR, when they get elected, goes over to fucking Israel, kisses the ring in the wall.
One of them didn't.
Oh yeah, they got to kiss
Nixon.
the ring now.
Richard Nixon didn't.
Oh yeah, I guess you're right.
They got to do that.
But look what they did to Nixon.
They exonated his ass.
Well, the only one that didn't do that.
He's the only impeached president he's the only president that was going to be impeached that actually had to resign. That way he wouldn't have impeachment on his resume.
He was the original Trump.
Yeah, but Trump didn't kiss the ring.
Yeah, he did.
He went to the post.
He kissed the ring and the wall.
I didn't know that. I did not know. He humped the wall.
Yep.
Oh shit.
That's why I have issues with Trump.
I mean, and the whole Kushner thing too.
Yeah, dude, the fact that his daughter's married to Jared Kushner and his fucking Kushner's dad is good God.
I forgot about that. Shout out to Ivanka. Where's she at? She been quiet.
I mean, if you're a successful businessman in New York, you kind of have to be aligned with Israel.
It seems that way, don't it?
Well, he was so heavily aligned with the Russians. I thought he was going to whole frame. You know.
Well, the rich,
my box doesn't have to be front and center no more. Israel.
Shout out to Vladimir.
Keeping it real. Shout out to Iran too.
Oh yeah, man. Iran said, "Fuck y'all. I don't care about no Iron Dome. We gonna test it." And who
It
had
was
to step
insane.
in?
They hit 95% of their
Who had to
targets
step
in
in and save them?
the
United States.
most the
So
most
if they got an
protected
Iron Dome, why
airspace
do we
in the
have to
world.
intervene?
That's what's crazy, dude, is that they do have the most protective airspace on the face of the fucking planet
with our technology. So
And
what
with
they're
our
really saying
Navy.
is, hey, maybe Taiwan isn't so safe. Maybe USA isn't so safe as you guys think. Our medium range ballistic missiles can hit where we say they're going to hit when we say they're going to
Well,
hit them.
the crazy thing to me was the fact that they were able to convince people that there were motherfuckers that were dropping down on parachutes and open fire on Israel, and back when this all first started, and it, like you said, we all know Israel has the most protected and guarded airspace on the planet.
Yeah,
See
so
what that was.
Hamas, who don't even control their own water supply, somehow infiltrated Israel airspace. Get the
And
hell out of here!
trackers. See what that was? It was a double cross false flag where they were trying to.
Are you saying they
provoke.
used that fucking Uno super reverse wild?
No, it's like
card?
let's say you're getting in
The big cards with
a
the big
beef.
Uno
Let's say you're
cards.
getting in a beef with somebody at a bar, right? But you let them punch you first in front of everybody. So you're like, "See, he punched me," and then you beat the shit out of him.
Also,
I'm gonna antagonize you, talk shit about your wife until you punch me.
Yeah, it's the same shit these evil women do. You know, they'll sit and scratch themselves and punch themselves in the face to make it look like you did it.
Yeah, I'm gonna kick your dog while you're at work, and then when you come home and confront me about it, I'm gonna play victim. You know.
What Americans really need to learn about, especially the evangelical voting class, is that Israel is murdering Christians in Gaza. There's a Christian community in Palestine.
The Israel we know today are not the same Israelites at all that are mentioned in the Bible.
Oh no, not at all.
That's what evangelicals are under the premise of, that they're the same people, and they're not.
What I was kind of alluding to on Black Men Unfiltered, y'all don't know the Bible. You don't understand scriptures, and that's why I brought out the scripture that night. 2 Peter, things are hard for you to understand because you're unlearned and unstable. They don't know the history. There are Bible scripts that actually tells you who they are on both sides of that conflict, and it don't matter because they all gonna be destroyed in the end anyway.
Yeah, the ones that are claiming to be Israelites, aren't those the descendants of Seth?
Well, they're not actually, and they're slick with it, right? The Israelis are slick with it. They're not actually saying they're Israelites.
Right.
They're saying it without actually verbalizing. Right.
The Jews that claim to be Jews, which would be the original Israelites, are not actually Jews.
Well, it's more than just Jews who were Israelites. It was 12 tribes.
Right, I get that. But what I'm saying is a lot of people are under the impression that the people that we consider Jews today are from those original 12 tribes, and they're not.
That's my point. And it's even deeper than that. They know they're not. They've written about it in their own history books. Why you think they hated Hitler so much?
Because he knew.
Hitler told them, and you can read this in Hitler's own bibliographies and his own writings.
Autobiography.
He didn't say, biographies. I didn't know if it was autobiography or what we call. Anyway, his own writings, he said, these people ain't Jews. Them people over there, the Jews, these motherfuckers is fake.
Yeah, if you recall, it says in Revelations, in the last days there will be people that claim to be from the house of David, but they won't be from the house of David.
Yeah. Wolves and God's chosen people.
It says it in Revelations 14. They call themselves Jews, but they are not. They are the synagogue of Satan.
Yes.
But see, Christians, particularly black Christians, they don't read the Bible. They got a handful of scriptures they all repeat, but they don't know Bible history. They
Well,
don't know.
are there any real true Bible scholars today? Anyhow, or are they just fucking scholars in disguise?
You won't find them in the
No,
Black
you got some
American
Bible
South.
scholars out here. But these black Christians, they're gonna ignore those people. So they brought up Geno Jenkins the other night on Black Men Unfiltered, and Geno Jenkins is a liar and has already been exposed.
I don't even know who that is.
He's a famous black pastor from Philadelphia. He got a raspy voice. He says good things every now and then, like they all do. But
is he like a Creflo Dollar?
He's like a Creflo Dollar type. He's not as bad as Creflo, but he's in that same vein.
Right. The whole evangelical televangelist type.
Yes.
The Kenneth Copelands, the Benny Hinn's.
So Black Men Unfiltered says, "Oh, I like Geno Jenkins because he don't take a salary from the church.
He doesn't.
He has a regular job. First of all, how the fuck do you know that? He said it, but that don't make it true. And then Geno says, "Oh, I got a regular 9-to-5 job." No, he doesn't. He's a realtor. So where do you think his clients are coming from? His millions of followers that follow him, his congregation. That's who he's selling real estate to.
I'm gonna
he
tell you
don't
what.
have time to work a regular job.
I'm gonna tell you what. I would love to be a fucking fly on the wall to see these fucking evil ass televangelists that fucking prey on the fucking poor and the weak minded. Yeah. When they got to answer for that shit when they die.
So Geno Jenkins was talking shit about Bishop Nathaniel, right? And like every week for like 2 months. So the brothers from IUIC was trying to contact him. They would call him. They were sending him messages. Hey, let's set up. Let's do a debate, or let's set up a time where we can meet in person. Geno Jenkins was ignoring him. He would never respond to him. But every week he would go on Sunday and talk shit about him. Right? So then the brothers just said, okay, you know what? We're going to do what they call a blitz. So they started pulling up on all of these black churches all over the country. What was that, last year or the year before last? They would pull up at their churches, 200-300 deep. So they outside of Geno Jenkins' church. They all in order. They videotaped everything. And all of the brothers are standing out there, 300, 400. Some of them came as far away as damn Mississippi and Texas. They drove up there. Geno Jenkins would not come outside, but all his deacons would come out. Now then, Geno, the next week, he goes on his podcast talking about, oh, they was unruly and they was starting trouble. The brothers played the video footage. None of that was happening in the video footage. None of it.
Oh, you were playing the wrong video footage. That's all that was. That's selective editing.
All of the footage from the moment they marched up to the moment they marched away. So it wasn't no cuts in between. It was one.
Well, what they did was they took the cuts that they pulled out and they replaced it with AI cuts.
Yeah, it was disrupting the house.
And some of the brothers was live the whole time. They was on Facebook Live. That's where I first saw that. They was on Facebook Live.
Well, you can't trust Facebook. Facebook panders.
Yeah, that's Satan AI.
Yeah, live. Somehow AI is caught up. I'm sure it's coming, but I don't think AI can alter a live video in that manner right now. So Geno Jenkins didn't know none of that was going on because he wasn't outside. And he went and started talking shit about them the next week. The brothers went immediately on, like we was waiting for him. Checkmate. Here you go. You're lying, sir. Here go the recordings. They had recordings when they was calling him on the speakerphone, and they would get people at the church, and they would put him on hold and hang up on him. Oh yeah, hold for Pastor Jenkins. We be right with you. And then next thing you know, click, and they would do that 3 or 4 times. It's all on. It's all on there. All you got to do is search on YouTube for IUIC Geno Jenkins, and all of them videos will come up. He's a liar, but here these men on Black Men Unfiltered vouching for another liar. How many liars are you vouching for Jay now? You're vouching for Embrace the Grays. You vouching for Alexis from Texas. How many liars are you going to vouch for?
Damn, you're really causing me to really pay more attention to some of them brothers over there, because I thought they were
And
all
then
on the up and
Freezy,
up.
which I don't know him.
Freezy's actually a good dude, man.
So Mike, and I got that kind of sense from him, but he lied about his age. He lied about his age.
What do you mean?
I asked him, how old were you in 1986? He said he was 11. Then I said, oh, that makes you around 46. Yeah, exactly. No, it would make you 49. You would actually be older than me. In 1986, I was 10 years old.
In 1986, I was 7 years old.
Right. So he's saying that he older than you, he older than me. That's what he's saying. But when I said, oh, you're 46, he should have said, no, I'm 48, about to turn 49, or I'm 49 already. He didn't say that. He said, yeah, when I said 46.
That's interesting.
Who does that? But I'll give him a benefit of the doubt. Maybe it was the heat of the moment. He slipped up. Whatever. Because again, I was trying to, as Red pointed out earlier, I was trying to have a good conversation with the brother.
Well, look, see, that's why I came up here like I did, because I was on Freezy's channel the night that happened. He did a live stream afterwards, and they brought you up, and I was sitting there. I was like, just like I did about him. I was like, dude, I know Israel, and he's a good dude. I mean, granted, he can bully people, but he's still a good dude. You know, he's honest and straight up about shit.
Bring him over here, man. Tell him we could talk. Because I try to save brothers from these, and men in general, from these liars, man. Disassociate yourself with them, because they ain't going to do nothing but bring you down. And I was like, that's why I was like, hey, we got to get to the root cause. That's what Red was saying. And that's where we were going until Jay threw it all off.
Hey, Red, who would have thunk that it took that a cracker is going to be what helps unify the black community?
Well, we've always worked together. That's what I said on the Kelly show. We always have worked together historically.
Well, beyond that, there's only two historical groups of people that have ever had successful rebellions, and that's white and black men.
Well, that's because we are the only two groups of people that have actually rebelled against people to the level we have.
We're disobedient.
I mean, even if to further Red's point, you got two groups of men who have fought in every war on this country's soil. Who is that? Black men,
white and black men.
Side by side.
Yep.
From the beginning. But these pandering ass ninjas, oh no, women was here too. No, the fuck they weren't. I proved them wrong. Women came when Jamestown was built. We was already here for 100 years working together. Women came later.
Women like to insert themselves into a lot of things that they have no business being involved in.
I feel like slavery was a lot cooler and more enjoyable before women were involved.
Well, in certain areas it was. And you see the result of that, because a lot of times, who did they leave? Who did they will their land to? To their slaves?
A lot of them did.
Because they slaves was their family. It wasn't all Candyland. Everybody wasn't going through Candyland and getting your ass whooped every day. And
that wouldn't even make sense.
It wouldn't make sense.
Yeah, why you wouldn't treat your Cadillac like shit?
Well, like, right. That's one thing that that's always been my argument, is you can tell a lot of these people that want to push that narrative have no idea or no information or knowledge at all about what it is to be a farmer, because farmers do not destroy and mismanage their for lack of better words, farm equipment.
Where the fuck did all of these light-skinned blacks come from if we wasn't interacting with each other?
Right. We wouldn't have no red bones running around America.
I got a family full of them. My grandmother, if you seen a picture of her, you would think she was a white woman.
Now
I got a cousin who lives in Virginia right now who passes for a white woman. And
now,
her mama my color.
Now, Israel, there is a theory that has been going around that in some of these black spaces that it wasn't necessarily the white slave owners that mismanaged and mistreated their slaves. It was the female black slave owners, because there were a lot of those in America that actually were the ones that mismanaged and mistreated their
talked
slaves.
about that. Who did I say is
That's
the most
interesting.
racist group of people against black men? Black women.
Dude, black women are the most racist group of people in America, period.
I wonder if we could find. I wonder if we could go back in history and find the equivalent of the Harriet Tubman of female black slave owners, and teach about her instead.
Well, those were the mammies they had a lot of control, and they were the original gatekeepers.
Yeah,
and
they were basically the what's his name from Django.
Yeah,
well,
Sam Jackson.
Well, no, look at 12 Years a Slave. The mother.
Dude, I could never watch those types of movies, man, because they're so disingenuous and they're so
because they try so hard to humanize the slave and dehumanize the slave.
The black mother, she thought she ran shit because the master was in love with her, and then when he died and his wife got control, the first thing the wife did was ship her black ass off, send her ass to Candyland. Mrs. Cartwright said, "You will never be Mrs. Cartwright." I don't know if y'all
watched a really interesting movie about it's called Africa Adito. It's an old Italian movie from like the 1960s. Brilliant documentary, and it shows the.
But even more recently, I'm glad you said 1960. I've been telling people to watch The Harvest of Shame. You can see it on YouTube.
Oh yeah, I've heard of that.
1968.
Yep.
But who was the original migrant workers on the East Coast? Poor whites and poor blacks. They got video footage where they were interviewing the white people and the black people, and they were discussing their life. They used to migrate from Florida to New York every year, up and down, chasing the harvest and the conditions that they lived in.
Yeah.
So while Jim Crow South was going on in Alabama and shit, white people was leaving there and they was working together. They always worked together.
Even that's how Detroit was built in the fucking 50s.
And that's why we migrated together. But see, the younger generation don't know that history, which is why I got to make the video clip. They talk about modern women and all this modern shit like it just started. No, it didn't. These women are the same as they've always been. It's the same.
They was talking the same shit in 1921.
And I brought that up on the BMU podcast when Jay was trying to talk about the European standard of beauty. I said, then how do you explain 1920s Harlem? How do you explain the Renaissance?
Yeah, what was that?
How you explain that? You can't, because Jay don't know enough history. He hears something and then he tries to run with it. And then, like I told him before, everybody's an expert until the real expert shows up.
Yeah. Well, everyone's reactionary in their
the problem with black women today, they too heavy. It ain't their shape. They've always been curvy, but they've never been this heavy before. 5'3" and 200 pounds. That's what I was trying to explain to Freezy. But he was doing what Jay does. I heard what you said. No, you didn't. I repeated myself several times. You ain't looking out here looking for no woman by their weight. You look for women by their curves. That's typically what black men have historically done. So when you go back and look at the old video footage, those women were curvy. They just weren't heavy. And then I brought up Jet Magazine. Go look at Jet Magazine. Those women had bodies out of this world. And they was 120 pounds. Same thing Kevin Samuels used to say all the time. And then I'm telling, now they want to down these dudes who ain't. I'm the photographer, right? I have the history of being a photographer. I got millions of views from my photography. You can still Google me. But y'all who ain't got no history in that want to give me lessons and lecture me on European beauty standards. Fucking bullshit. Black women are doing what they want to do. They wasn't doing it 30 years ago in the 90s. So
Yeah,
while
yeah. Who's forcing them to wear blonde wigs now?
they
Come on.
doing it to themselves. It ain't no standard of beauty. The hell they talking about? I mean, we got to stop lying and running with these tropes. Like white people are making their image and making people look like them or some kind of shit. The fuck are y'all talking about? If that was the case,
And then they turn around and say, "Oh, white people with braids are culturally appropriating." Like, what fucking which is it?
like I said, it's these goofy ass ninjas. And then they act like America is a monolith. Well, kind of is now, but back then in the 90s, what was going on down south wasn't the same thing that was going on in the Northeast. It was different from the Midwest. It was different from the Southwest. It was different from Cali. So depending where you were at different time periods, different shit was happening. When I first moved down here, I thought these motherfuckers was aliens. I had never met black people like I've met down here. I'm like, what the hell is wrong with these people? I honestly thought like that. You find a copy of my original book, Negative Acceleration. Good luck. If you find a copy, send it to me because I don't even have a copy no more. But if you find that, I wrote that shit in that book. I've been talking about this shit for 30-something years.
He comes in, go ahead and shut that door then.
But these guys who ain't never did shit and accomplished a goddamn thing in their life, they're
Think about it this
reinventing
way.
themselves.
Well, think about it. Here's how I think about it. After emancipation, one group moved to the north and actually, made a better life and did something, and another group was afraid of change and didn't leave the plantation.
And what you got to understand with that group you're talking about, those two groups, sometimes they was all related to each other directly.
Right.
It might have been brothers who thought differently from one another.
Yeah, individuals.
One brother was more radical than the other one was. And the more radical brother moved up north. The more complacent brother stayed down south. Right?
Well,
you know what I meant to say to you, Ed? They was trying to bring up Farrakhan. They gave Farrakhan a shout out on that panel that night, which I found very ironic. Listen to this.
Because a man can't be a man when he's saddled down up to his neck in debt with a dissatisfied woman who don't give a damn. She want more and more and more. Let me tell you something, woman. We ought to take you and throttle you. I'm just telling you straight up. You don't want no man like me. You couldn't live with a man like me. Because I would not take that damn foolishness from one of you. For 1 minute, I'd drive you through the door. I don't like no woman to dominate no man. And I don't like no woman who even tries. Then you see another side.
Damn, Farrakhan sounds like my type of dude.
Yeah, dude, he was talking his shit.
Now, who sound more like Farrakhan, them or me?
Them.
Damn. Although
No,
Jay looks like he could be Farrakhan's son.
I ain't talking about how they look. I'm talking about how they sound.
Oh, you talking about with wanting to go out of their way to be cooperative and shit?
Exactly.
I don't cooperate. You do what I tell you or you're gone.
But then they had the nerve to invoke Farrakhan that night. I'm like, y'all don't know Farrakhan. This is a young Farrakhan that I played. There he go. Stop all that pandering. All that shit talk.
Pandering has become part of American culture now, it seems.
And then what did they do? What did they always do? Oh, you got to put your foot down. And we got to. Well, I'm trying to explain to them the court system. Your wife can go to the courts. She don't need your permission.
Mm-hmm.
That's what's happening 50% of the time, black or white. And 80% of the divorces in the black community, so-called community, are followed by women.
Our judicial system changed drastically when it became a system that catered to women instead of actually being a place for men to settle resolution.
And their contention is so fucking stupid because like apply it to like real violent crime. You're like, hey, everyone on my block is getting robbed and cars are being vandalized. Oh, are you living in fear? You're just gonna live being afraid? It's like, no, dude, that's the reality of the situation. How do we solve that?
And what did they try to do with me?
Put your foot down, stand up.
They did the ad hominem attacks. That's what they started doing on me. They wasn't attacking what I was saying. Oh, you sound like a boomer. You sound like a broken record.
Yeah, they were saying that. Yep.
That's because they couldn't attack what you said because what you said was sound.
Ad hominem attacks.
That's the only time ad hominems are ever pulled out is when you have no way to argue the argument.
So I made the mistake, and by even going over there, I had already made it a plan months ago not to go support these channels no more. Like I said, somebody asked me to go over there, and I said, okay, I didn't have nothing to do with that moment. I said, yeah, let me see what it's about.
Yeah, I'll be honest with you. I was shocked the first time I saw you in the chat over there.
Well, I used to go over there when they first started.
Or maybe it was you was shocked to see me in the chat over there.
I didn't see you. It wasn't until I got off, because I was on the panel. You know, I don't watch both at the same time, and I can't see that good. So it wasn't until I got off, then Amanaz hit me up and was like, because she wasn't here. And I wasn't here either. We both left, but she called me when I was at my daughter's house, like, yo, your boy is on there. I said, shit, I wish he would have came up a little earlier.
Who, me? Is that who she was talking about?
Yeah, because they was trying to gang up against me, and I needed somebody who knew the shit about Jay like I knew.
Right.
You know, and somebody who had the history.
Well,
you know,
the truth is I don't go over there that often simply because a lot of the discussions they have, it doesn't apply to me or my life.
Frankly, because it's fucking stupid. That's why.
Well, not just that, but a lot of it's, cultural shit that I don't really give a shit about.
And they don't know enough about it. They claim to be Bible people, and but they operate outside of the Bible. So when I told the young lady to listen and learn in silence, and if you should learn anything, learn from your husband at home. None of them ninjas had nothing to say. They couldn't believe I said it.
Well, that, and also one thing that I've noticed about some of these quote unquote diversity welcoming platforms is that they're only welcoming when you're there, but if you're not there, the rhetoric and the type of speak that they speak changes drastically.
Oh, most definitely. They're gonna talk shit behind your back. They're gonna plot against
and I'm not it isn't. I don't take things personal. You know that I'm one of them guys that if it doesn't apply, let it fly.
It's tribal. It's cult based, not idea based.
But the fact of the matter is if I can see the code switch that when I'm there and present, you change your speak and your terminology, but that when I'm not there, your speak gets changed.
You got another different kind of speak.
Shit.
Well, we call that in a black
code switching.
Code switching.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah,
and there's a lot of that goes on, man.
I found it funny, with Kevin Samuels. Everybody tries to quote Kevin, and they show how much they didn't listen to Kevin. And Kevin actually addressed this on a video I played recently when he was breaking down high value. And he was talking specifically about men having a network in a group of other men. And he says lesser men, I'm paraphrasing, they will try to create their own groups and cliques and networks amongst themselves, to make themselves look more important. But everybody knows, hey, who the premier group is. Nah, that's the group over there everybody needs to join. We don't care nothing about your little group. Obsidian tried to do this. This was his problem. He was riding the coattails of Kevin Samuels, and he tried to create his own little group. Philadelphia dudes always had this problem. They always wanted to be New York and New Jersey, and they weren't. And so they beat their chest real loud, but nobody really gives a fuck about Philly, but people from Philly. And Baltimore kind of has that problem too. You're Washington, you're DC's little brother. You're not really the big dog, you're the little dog, So they get that complex, and it shows. So that's what these dudes are doing. Black Men Unfiltered, Mighty Risky, other channels. They have no content, so that's why they always got a panel format. None of them can do content by themselves. None. They can't do what I'm doing right now. I didn't plan this. I didn't study it. Everything I did, I just say, you know what? I'm going to talk about this shit. Matter of fact, I was taking out the trash. Amina said something to me. I didn't even say to her, oh, that's a good show idea. About 5-10 minutes later, after I took out the trash, I went live. Oh, no, I scheduled the live. I scheduled it for 30 minutes out. And here we are. We having a great show. You know what I mean? We ain't got 20 people up here cutting each other off. Ain't no fighting in an argument. You know what I mean? We can have frank conversations. I'm pretty sure y'all, my boys, y'all feel comfortable enough that I ain't got to watch what I say around V.
No, I say what the hell I want, and honestly, I don't care if you like it.
What I say. And he ain't going, oh, you racist. No, because a lot of y'all ideas, I have the same ideas anyway.
No, see, men need to stop caring about what other men think, period, anyhow.
Culturally and genetically, white men and black men are cousins. But we always try to make it seem like these Africans, and we're genetically closer to white people than we are to them.
Actually, dude, I think white and black people have more in common than we do than even like the Mexicans or the Chinese, or
we always have.
Well, definitely Asiatics
pull up an old
and
map,
Arabs.
right? Somebody do this for your own curiosity. The Kingdom of Judah, right? Pull up that map. You can Google it. What's right next to the Kingdom of Judah? So Judah is going to be below Israel.
I'm looking it up.
Judah's going to be right now, Israel, right? And then right next,
right underneath it is right below it is Edom. To the right of it is Moab, and to the left of it is Palestine.
So what are we talking about? Moab is Chinese, Edom is white, Judah is black. We all was neighbors throughout history.
But you know what? The Moab separated the kingdom was separated by the kingdom of Judah by a fucking big ass lake. Whereas the kingdom of Edom and the kingdom of Judah were right on each other's borders.
Connected to Moab, except when we migrated through their territory. But we've always been directly connected.
What I'm saying, Israel, what I'm saying is it actually lends what I'm seeing as far as geographically, it lends more credence to it's actually being closer related, because the only thing that separated the kingdom of Judah and the kingdom of Edom was a fucking imaginary line in the sand.
A line. Hello.
Whereas there was actually geographical separations between the kingdom of Moab and the kingdom of Judah.
Hello. But see, black Christians, they don't know this. They don't know their history. They don't know world history. Even though it's all right there in the Bible.
And all of that area right there is the area that they call modern day Israel, right?
Well, Israel was above it.
No, I'm saying in modern day Israel, all of that now, though?
No. It was the Roman Empire at one point. So it was part of Western civilization, but modern day Israel was never that big. Because they got to import everything. They don't have any natural resources. So that's why they could never expand the way the Romans did in ancient times.
Oh, okay. I get it now. Israel and
Well, I mean,
Judah,
the last
or
great
modern day
civilization
Israel and
there
Judah
was-
are actually broken apart into two, which
Yeah, they
makes that whole
conquered
area.
Everybody conquered Judah as you go through history. The Persians, depending on what map you're looking at, from what year, that Judah map shrinks.
Quite a bit,
Southern
actually.
They built
Kingdom, this is
Jericho.
called in the Bible. Southern Kingdom shrinks.
Actually, dude, I would like to see a time lapse of that, because all these different maps I got that popped up, man, it shows that whole region there, like all the kingdoms sit and shrink and grow and shrink, and some disappear and come back. And
yeah, yep, that was the known world. That was the known world. But they don't have this understanding. Black church, they don't teach this in black church.
They don't teach this in any church.
Well, you know where most of these maps come from? You know where they hitting at?
Probably in the Vatican.
Yeah, the Vatican.
You know, because the Vatican is actually the real cult that's been trying to deceive people since its inception.
And what was that they burned down? The other library, what was it in Timbuktu?
You're talking about the Library of Alexandria?
What was it, Timbuktu, right?
No, the Library of Alexandria.
But where was it?
Or Alexandria. It was in Alexandria. It was Alexander.
What was the one that was in Timbuktu?
Timbuktu.
There was a library there too.
I'm
It'll
looking
come
it
to
up.
me eventually. Anyway, they burnt the motherfucker down. Why did they do that? Because they wanted to rewrite history. They wanted to rewrite history.
Are you talking? Was it the recent library? Or no? It says in rebel forces, including Al Qaeda.
Nah, not that recent. This is ancient times. I'm talking.
No,
about.
he's the ancient Mali manuscripts from the desert libraries.
Yeah, like Mali.
Oh,
all
okay.
of that
I actually got down to that. The fate of the where is it?
Basically,
the 13th century.
Nah, even older than that. I'm talking like
French troops in the Malayan army arrived too late to rescue leather-bound manuscripts, many of which untranslated, with only a sole copy
of the Egyptians is when I'm going.
Yeah, apparently these manuscripts that they're talking about that were destroyed actually were like a Rosetta Stone of sorts.
Yeah, this is where all of the scholars went during that time period. Even
you're talking about the Timbuktu Library, a treasure house of the centuries of Malayan history.
Yep.
I think that's where the people of Egypt migrated from.
Yeah, I mean, Snowman put out something interesting. I'm gonna try to find that out if there's a time lapse, because it'll make a lot of sense if you see that. You know how it changed over time.
Yeah, because just generally looking over the geographical images that were given to me, you can see that shit moved a whole lot. I mean,
and like people moved. We moved together. We shared goods with each other.
Like fuck, Aram used to be part of the kingdom of Aman.
Mm-hmm.
But then we act like everything is one static thing and it hasn't changed. Man, you know how much America's changed in 500 years?
Dude, the Arabian desert used to be the Aramaean Trebs.
Yeah. And then the Ottoman Empire.
Well, I find it interesting that just this if you look in Africa, the Middle East, and even in the European part of the Mediterranean, that this area of the Mediterranean has been, you know, had so much conquest, as there's so much history in that on all four sides of that fucking sea. It's insane.
Mm-hmm. Now here's one I like to.
And what's crazy is another thing that Israel. The other thing I find interesting is, if you notice, it doesn't matter if it's the Persians or what we call modern day, you know, Middle Easterners, or the Africans that were up on the top of Africa, or even the Europeans. The amount of historical information they all destroyed to hide history is crazy.
Yep. And the Bible tells you that happened. It says they were all confederate against you. They all plotted together. All of these ruling nations that appeared, they was all in agreement.
And I believe that this right here, that center that we're talking about around the Mediterranean Sea, is where that's where today's modern power, people that are actually controlling the shit in the world, I think that's where they're all located.
Well, I think it's where the origin of the group is, for sure.
So it is funny how the more things change, the more they stay the same. Ain't it funny?
Nothing new under the sun.
No, the older I get, the less and less fucking ironic and funny it becomes.
No, I'm saying on a historical sense. You know, you talk about the powers that be. We talk about the same group of people. Those same group of people who marched into Jerusalem in 70 AD is the same group of motherfuckers we talking about now.
And
they're still just
they
as
just
annoying.
Changed their names.
Yeah.
Same group of people. Evil bastards.
Yeah, they're the same people that have been kicked out of over 11,000 countries or 1,100 countries on the face of the planet throughout the entirety of their existence. They've been nothing but fucking leeches and fucking succubus that go around trying to suck up everybody's fucking resources, and then get mad when people catch wind of it and they kick them out. They're fucking they're gypsies,
Don't talk
dude.
about
They're
Macedonians like that.
Huh?
Don't talk about Macedonians like that.
Hey, dude, I understand that they've been going out of their way to try and hide the truth, but unfortunately, history has a way of repeating itself to where these things become re-revealed.
It's all circles. It just keep happening right again and again and again.
And see, it seems like that's what they've been trying to prevent.
Right?
Well, Israel, or it seems like that's what these motherfuckers have actually literally been trying to prevent over the course of fucking the history of mankind, is the repeating of the history. That way they can keep it hidden.
Well, here's what I want to know. Why are they, they trying to occupy Israel if it's Christian prophecy that it's going to bring about the end times, which is going to
because it's not Christian
destruction of Israel.
Because these motherfuckers
Christian prophecy. So understand what Christianity is. It's just an extension of them. Christianity don't teach prophecy.
Is it a Jewish prophecy?
They don't teach prophecy in black church. They teach prosperity gospel. Make a wish, pay your tithes, and the genie is going to.
Yeah, they do. They do teach a lot of speak it into existence. The verbal manifestation of all your wants and needs.
And what they believe ain't in the Bible.
Yeah,
it ain't nowhere in the Bible.
It doesn't say in the Bible to have a seizure in the pew and act like it's the Holy Spirit.
And I could talk freely about these people because I was raised by them. They in my family now. That's why they hate me. They don't speak to me. But I got an ongoing challenge for anybody on my Facebook who got a problem with what I can say about the Bible to come up, all you pastors, to step up to the plate. Come one-on-one with the great, go one-on-one with the great one, and let's see. But you better know your scriptures.
I bet Greg Kelly give you a run for your money on scripture.
Who?
Greg Kelly. Because he's pretty fucking knowledgeable himself, man.
I doubt it, right? And this is why I say
I'm just saying, I bet he could give you a run for your money.
This is why,
it would be really awesome, a total Bible audiobook narrated by Greg Kelly, Israel, and Dirty Folks.
Dude, that would be wild.
This is what it tells you, right? The Bible itself tells you who should understand doctrine in scripture. It tells you you ain't getting that out of the black church. It ain't never coming out of the black church. I don't care who it is. It ain't coming from the Quran. It ain't coming from none of these groups of people. They don't know who they are, which is why they don't understand scripture.
What's wild about the Quran is the Quran actually validates the Bible.
Huh?
I said
No,
what's
it
wild
doesn't.
about
It
to a
doesn't
degree it
validate
does.
the Bible. The
To a degree
Quran was stolen from the Bible.
Okay, well, if you want to go that route, but for a lay
No, that's
person,
what it.
no,
The word
Israel, for a
Quran.
lay person, listen to me, for a lay person who knows no difference other than the teachings of one and the other, and doesn't really dig into the actual scholarly part of it, the Quran validates the Bible to them.
So, what does the word Quran mean?
I don't know. Tell a story.
Holy book.
Recitation.
Dissertation.
Recitation.
What's
Reciting.
Oh, okay. Yeah, because
So
the
what would
Quran
be
was
reciting?
technically supposed to be spoken word of mouth on paper.
So here's the history of the Quran, right? It comes from Hagar and her son Ishmael and all of them. Okay, Abraham's bastard children. Okay, that's not the way the bloodline works. The bloodline is Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob. It doesn't go with Hagar, right? That's where the Arabs come from. So Muhammad, his job, he was what they called a camel jockey, basically a truck driver of the ancient world. They drove convoys from city to city, taking goods from place to place.
Hold on a second. So just with what you told me, what you're telling me is all fucking the Muslim religion is them trying to validate their bloodline.
Yep.
Yeah, it's more conquer.
Muhammad was a truck driver going from city to city. He picked up on a lot of different cultures, and that's how he got exposed to the Israelites. Now, the Arabs during this time didn't have a written language. It was all verbal. It was all spoken. They were illiterate. So they memorized everything. So Muhammad began memorizing the teachings that the Israelites were teaching. The Bible had already been on the planet for at least 500 to 1,000 years before Muhammad was born, right? But yet, the Muslims tell the story that God sent an angel to Muhammad to write the Bible that already was on the planet. Why would God do that? Did that make sense?
No, not if Muhammad himself admits that he had to have somebody else write it for him.
No, he didn't admit that. The Quran wasn't written in any form until like 500 years after he died by his nephew, one of his great nephews. That's who eventually wrote the Quran down. But it was recitation. They were repeating it to each other for 1,000 years, basically. We know how that works. We all played that game in school.
Well, isn't that what the Torah is too, though? Just nothing but recitation.
No, the Torah is what these so-called Jews call the Old Testament, basically.
Right, the first 5 books of the Bible. But even the first 5 books of the Bible, all that was fucking, shit that people memorized and eventually wrote down.
No. The Bible was always written from the beginning. It was always written. Those people were bilingual during this time, multilingual.
Man, my whole understanding about all that shit's been fucking heavily skewed then.
Uh-huh. Who do you think taught the Egyptians how to read and write?
The white man.
No, I mean, they're all black people. The Israelites taught them. That was, you read the book called Josephus. Is telling about how Abraham went into Egypt. He taught them mathematics. That's why the early Egyptian empires, they didn't have any pyramids. Because Abraham hadn't taught them yet. And that's why since the Israelites left Egypt, it ain't been no more pyramids. Hello?
So are you saying that the Israelites are descendants?
Your volume down.
No, are you saying that the Israelites are the descendants of the original what are they, Sumerians and shit then? Since that's the oldest historical information we have known to man right at this moment?
No, see, you're going by this revisionist history, right? And that's why you got to start with the original 18 tribes, not this revised history they try to give us. You know, I mean, we all descend from Noah, right? Start with Noah.
Right.
We all descend from Noah.
Yeah,
He
one
had
of his 3 sons.
Ham, Japheth, and Shem. Most of us come from Shem. So that's why when these so-called Jews talk about Semitic, what they're really saying is Shemitic.
Right, and really the ones that claim to be Jews, they're actually the ones that are from the descendants of Ham, correct?
But no, we all come from Shem. But
well, no, Ham had descendants
follow,
too, because Ham is the one that basically continued on the lineage of the Canaanites.
So right, so let me stick with Shem for a minute. You got what? Most of us come from Shem. As prophesied, Abraham will be the father of many nations. Right?
Mm-hmm.
It doesn't mean everybody is following that bloodline. It means Abraham fucked around and did his shit with other groups of people and made babies.
Hundreds.
That's what happened. Right?
Well, even with that, was Abraham was what, before or after Noah?
Abraham was after Noah.
Okay, so
yeah, everybody's after Noah.
Okay, all right, gotcha. I'm following.
Yeah, because everybody would be
is consistent
before,
with
anybody before
Diluvian myths.
Okay,
anybody before Noah would be dead.
Right.
Now, let me jump to Ham for a minute, right? So, and I'm gonna cite my source, which is the Zondervan's Bible Dictionary. You can buy this online, right on Amazon for like $10. Zondervan's Compact Bible Dictionary is like $10. And when you look up the definition of Ham, it tells you Ham is the progenitor of the dark races.
Right.
And it lists them: the Egyptians, the Canaanites, the Ethiopians, not the Negro. It says. Why? Because the Negro doesn't come from Ham. The Negro comes from Shem.
So the white and the black man are actually are legitimately tied together from the same
I
brother.
just said we cousins, ain't we?
That makes
sense. This is partially why
brothers. When you go back to the first white man in the Bible, which is Esau, he was Jacob's brother. We cousins.
Yeah.
We ain't related to them Hamites.
Well, we kind of are, but we aren't.
We distant cousins so far down the tree is ridiculous.
Right. That's why I don't subscribe to the whole we all come from Africa theory, because there's been floods, total catastrophes, people spread out all over the world, reproducing with each other, creating hybrids. People share different traits that have nothing to do with Africa.
Well,
that is true nowadays.
Africa is a modern construct. So the region that we're really talking about, which is actually connected to Africa, is the map that Snowman was just looking at.
Yeah, the Mesopotamian area.
Now we call it the Middle East. It wasn't. It was just one area. It was just one big area. That's where we all come from.
Which makes sense that we all come from there, because and that would be the ancient cradle of life.
There you go.
It had everything it needed to sustain.
Then we migrate east, west, north, and south from there. Yeah. When you trace any group of people's migratory patterns, it all originates in that part. But now we don't want to call it. They want to. Black is Africa, and Middle East ain't quite black. It all was black. Everybody was black at one point. With skin color, that's why everybody to this day has melatonin in their body.
That's a fact, and it pisses a lot of pro-blacks off when I point that out. They try and claim you ain't got no melanin, and then what they do is they try and say you have different. There's different types of melanin. No, it's we all have the same melanin. It's just a level.
No, it is true for gingers. Gingers have pheomelanin. They don't actually.
Well, gingers also come from hell, and everyone else comes from the grace of God.
I'm just saying.
Yeah, but
maybe
we could go back to
maybe
a time.
gingers are Yakub's creation.
We could go back before. Yakub is just another name for Jacob. Same person.
Interesting.
Wow, that makes sense, dude.
Holy shit!
Wow,
I told y'all 5 minutes with the
Jacob's
champ. You gonna learn
sons
some shit.
and Jacob sacrificing his son. That's crazy.
holy shit, that makes sense though too.
Yakub is Arabic for Jacob.
That
Don't let
schizophrenic
nobody
black
lie
guy
to
was
y'all.
onto something. He probably
Don't
just
let
took some
nobody lie
acid
to
and read the
y'all.
Bible.
Holy
They
motherfucker.
don't know the Bible and they don't know history. Yakub was a mad scientist who genetically crossbreeded. Get the fuck out of here. That's what they made up in the 19th century. There ain't no records of that past the 19th century.
It's like a Star Wars version of Jacob.
Come on, these people lie, man, and then they think it's true. It's revisionist.
Dude, I don't think you understand. You just blew me and Red's mind right there for a minute.
Well, me and Red
at the
talk
same time.
behind the scenes.
No, but I'm just saying, me and him equally just had our mind blown.
It makes
Jacob.
total sense. Yeah,
Dude, it was like a missing piece of the puzzle that. Now this makes sense.
Well, all myth has its roots.
Now you're gonna
in
put
that,
the pieces together. Now it's starting to.
in that
I
scripture.
showed you the map. I'm giving you documentation. And guess what? Those motherfuckers in Israel today know this shit.
And they're hiding
They
it.
got the books.
Hey, they're in bed with the Vatican, dude.
Exactly.
And a lot of people are unaware of that. Did you know that this
They're cousins?
Well, a lot of people were unaware that this last 2 years ago they went to Mount Sinai, the Vatican, and the head of the Jewish faith and the head of the Muslim faith, and they all got together and rebranded what they called the new green commandments or some shit like that. Basically,
hey, I got news for you too, right? Those people over in Egypt that we are calling Egyptians ain't Egyptians either. The Bible documents that the Egyptians was destroyed by God for what they did to his people. They already been wiped out. They was wiped out by the Persians and the Assyrians. So who the fuck are those people over there today?
Arabs.
Huh?
Arabs.
Some of them are.
The original people around the pyramid building times were people called scientists referred to them as Copts, and there were a Mediterranean group from
And you had all kind of tribes of people. I can go with that. I don't dispute that at all.
yeah, but I mean at its peak after the pyramids were built and shit, Egypt was pretty multicultural. You had the Nubians, the Ethiopians, Indians.
The Egyptians was
the Assyrians, Sumerians.
Yeah.
I mean, hell, you even had a lot of the Greeks and the Spaniards and all them down in there too.
Yeah.
Getting blinded by the sky because they was looking up in the sky at the sun all the damn time. And then Abraham shows up and like, what the hell are y'all doing?
Well, I firmly believe that those pyramids were actually ancient fucking power stations.
Yeah, they was power stations. They was landing pads for the aliens.
Well, they do line up to true north in the galaxy.
Right, but to understand the mathematics that have that happen is just phenomenal.
Well, it just goes to show the level of understanding they had, and that's why I say that I honestly believe that they were the ancient version of the modern day power plant. And actually, if you want my opinion, I think they ran actually a whole lot more efficiently than what our power plants.
Oh yeah, because they were more in tune with the environment.
Right.
They was doing aquaponics back then.
Right, because what's crazy is every one of those pyramids has some kind of aquifer or river running underneath it.
They was doing friggin' vertical farming back then. We still ain't got it here yet, all the way.
And what's interesting is, the Egyptologists try and say that that's where burial places for the pharaohs, but yet not a single pharaoh has ever been found in a fucking tomb in any fucking pyramid.
The word Kemet is a real word. Me and Red talked about this one night. I proved it to Red because he pulled it.
Words like Kemet in Africa.
There are no ancient books or no books past the 18th century that used the word commit.
Yeah, they're all just Latin.
They all
words.
new words. So also, angry man, you just pulled up the damn map. Where is commit on that ancient map?
Commit.
It ain't there.
I don't see any anywhere on any
it
of
ain't
them.
there. You'll never find a map like.
So you're saying that this story of Kemet is fucking a lie?
It's a fucking lie.
Yeah,
yes, sir.
It's like Homer. It's like Homer's Odyssey.
Right.
Like a lot of lies.
It's so like the whole fucking Atlantis shit and stuff like that. Are you saying that's the black people's Atlantis?
I think Atlantis is real. I would say it's more like the Odyssey, like the Cyclops and shit.
Okay. I could give you that.
I mean, these stories and they go from culture to culture. Like you could look at different cultures and see these stories repeating themselves. It'll just be a different name. They're always going to have a picture of the person who looks like that culture that's talking about it at that time. You know what I'm saying? So again, I tried to bring this out.
Here's perfect evidence of that, because in the third world, even after colonization and Europeans spread Christianity around, even today in Africa and South America, those people are still latched onto it. And not
they spread Roman Catholicism. They called it Christianity.
Right.
That's what they called it as a marketing strategy.
Catholicism is not Christianity by
but it ain't nothing to do with the Bible. It ain't got nothing to do with Christ. Actually, they got rid of Christ in Roman Catholicism and made Pope the highest authority on earth.
The Pope actually is the living embodiment of Christ.
Right.
That's what technically the vicar of Christ is supposed to mean.
Right. So before that, what was it? What was the common belief among followers of Christ? The laws of God were the belief. And what did Christ get rid of? He got rid of sacrifices. He was the final sacrifice.
Right. No, man no longer had to give a blood sacrifice to secure his place in heaven.
Blood or otherwise, or burnt offerings.
Now you eat my blood.
Sacrifice got done away with Christ.
Well, if you go by the tenets of Christ, even though the reason why I say blood sacrifice is because in a sense, Christians still have to make a sacrifice. They have to sacrifice the ways of the world.
Well, I mean, it's not a sacrifice when you compare it to the old way of doing things. You actually had to leave a sacrifice on the altar, a goat. You had to perform some kind of ritual. Christ got rid of all of that. That's in Ephesians, by the way. That's in Ephesians. If I was doing a Bible study, I'd have my other phone ready where I could pull up Ephesians. But where Ephesians tells you,
I was going to say my Bible's sitting right beside me.
I can't think of the chapter right off the top of my head. Hold on, y'all got me curious. Wait a minute, got me. Hold on, pull up my other phone. I think it's turned on, so all I gotta do is pull up the script. Hold on. Again, I tried to bring this up. See, anytime people start talking about the Bible and they can't do what I'm about to do, bring you scripts, they full of shit. And they always gonna run to John 3:16, just like Peter said they would, because they're unlearned and unstable. Hold on. Wait a minute. Damn. Yeah, here you go. Because I just searched for it recently. Hold on. So turn your Bible to. Wait a minute. It's in Hebrews as well, but the one I want is in Ephesians. Hold on. Wait a minute. Let me see what Hebrews is talking about. Yeah. So Hebrews 10 and 12, that's one precept, but precept must be upon precept. So go to Hebrews 10 and 12. It's talking about Christ being the final sacrifice forever.
I'm not familiar with my Bible that much.
Right?
Where's Hebrews located?
And then Ephesians is, I gotta find that one in Ephesians, because see, Ephesians really breaks it down. No more blood sacrifices. Hold on. See, I got this bookmarked in one phone and I'm on another phone. Oh, not pleased with sacrifice. So you gotta understand what was happening back then, right? And what they were doing was, I know I'm going to commit a sin against you. I'm gonna go ahead in advance and have my sacrifice already lined up. So I'm gonna steal from you, and I'm already had the chicken ready to sacrifice before I even do it. So God had displeasure. He was not pleased with the way we was operating, or Christ was not pleased with it, so he got rid of it. And then this is explained in Ephesians why he got rid of the sacrificial laws. Y'all can hear me, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. They don't teach this in church, by the way, because then people would start going, well, why am I paying tithes? Because that was part of the sacrificial law. That's done away with. That is no more. We don't do that. And
You said Hebrews what?
Hebrews 10 and 12, I think it was.
And I'm there now.
Read.
Says, but this man, after he had offered one sacrifice for sins, forever sat down on the right hand of God.
Stop. Who is that man?
Jesus.
Right. Keep going.
From henceforth, expecting till his enemies, he made his footstool. For by one offering he hath perfected forever them that are sanctified.
So what was his offering? Him dying on the cross. He was the final sacrifice. Now I'm gonna give you the precept for that.
And it also says that claims that the Holy Ghost was there as the witness of this sacrifice.
Yep. So again, that nullifies what Black Christians believe, that God, Christ, and the Holy Ghost is one person. No. How could he witness Christ being the final sacrifice if he was Christ?
Well, it doesn't even make sense, because then how, and then after he died, how, if they're the same person, how does he sit at the right hand of God?
Exactly.
And also, how does Jesus tell God, "Forgive them, Father, for they know not what they do"?
And there are plenty of examples of
Or
God.
why does he ask God, God, why hast thou forsaken me?
He's speaking directly to God, and God speaks directly to him. Christ was talking, and God came up in a cloud, and it got dark, and you heard the voice of God speaking behind Christ. Some of the disciples witnessed that. Again, they don't talk about that in Black church.
They don't talk about that in white church.
Well, again, because they got to be able, in Roman Catholicism, they got to be able to justify.
God loves you, give me money.
Right.
Why they getting the money from you? So,
I mean, think about it. What, and that tithe thing, it's never made sense, because what purpose does God have with your money? What does he need it for?
Christ said it himself when he looked at the denarian coin. He says, whose image is this on this coin? And they answered, Caesar.
Caesar.
Said, well, give Caesar's what is his and give God what is his.
And Caesar's is monetary. God's is your soul.
You can't,
because we don't even own our soul. We don't own it.
And
It's not ours.
Christians didn't get killed because they worshipped Jesus. Romans were perfectly happy adding Jesus to the pantheon. Christians were killed because they wouldn't worship Caesar.
Speak up, Red. Your voice sounds so low today.
I'm sorry, is
Usually
this
have a
better?
beautiful speaking voice, man. What's going
Yeah,
on?
that's
with
better. Say
Maybe I need to
that
get
again,
closer.
Red.
Red done got some pussy, man. He all mellow and shit.
Very perceptive.
That's that. I just got some pussy for you. Hey, y'all. How
But the
y'all?
Romans were perfectly happy adding Jesus Christ to the pantheon. But the reason they killed the Christians is because the Christians wouldn't worship Caesar as Lord.
Yeah, that's why they use wasn't it a Caesar that they actually used as the image of Christ that we use today?
And what were they worshiping during Caesar's time at that time?
Debauchery.
No, they were
Apollo.
worshiping Diana. Helen.
Dionysus. Yeah.
Oh yeah, that was the Hellenistic period, wasn't
In
it?
different cultures, she has a different name. Same person, goddess of fertility.
Esther.
Esther Rose, Herod's wife.
That's where we get
Girl.
that's where we get the holiday Easter.
Krishna, whatever. It's in every culture you see this person.
Eve. No, I'm just playing.
I'm trying to find the script.
I knew that's where we got the holiday Easter was from Estra.
From Esteros, uh-huh.
Because it doesn't make sense for how you tie bunnies and eggs with Jesus unless you really dig deep and find out that it's all a bunch of occult shit being tied into.
So what was Diana worshiping? You always see an image of Diana, the figurines. They used to make them out of silver, and she had a lot of breasts. They look like eggs. Those were her breasts, right? She was the goddess of fertility. So what do rabbits do? Fuck like bunnies.
They fuck like bunnies, man.
Right.
And then on top of it, that's what they did is what did the ancients do in the spring? That they would sit and they would pay homage to the goddess of reproduction. You know, they'd have fertility fucking
yeah.
Yeah. So when you look at Diana, right, particularly, and you look at her crown, you could pull this up, Google an image of the statue of Diana, right?
It's Satan's horns.
Look at her crown. Her crown was in the shape of the Tower of Babel.
Yeah,
Why?
the horns same shape as the crown of Saturn.
Why? What were they trying to do with the Tower of Babel?
They were trying to break through the firmament.
And do what? Get up to be even
to actually go up and basically they were trying to do what Lucifer was trying to do. They were trying.
Well, Lucifer was never trying to be equal to God. He worked for God.
Right, I get that, but what I'm saying is he eventually didn't he want to overthrow God?
No. Nope. That's these fairy tales they tell us. Satan was working for God, still is. He got a job to do. That's why,
dude, that statue of Diana is also very reminiscent of what's his name, the fucking beast that has the legs and has the Pan, the god Pan.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And that upside down crescent is a symbol of Saturn.
Was supposed to have, in other cultures, Pan was a nymph, a genie, always in sorcery and magic. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Diana was known as Diana Triformis, or a goddess of three aspects: the hunt, the moon, and the underworld.
Damn, that sounds awful. That sounds like
Bible, they also call her
almost sounds like Shiva.
They also call her Queen of the Heavens. It's only mentioned once or twice in the Bible, but Queen of the Heavens is Diana. So when those women, Christ was speaking in a synagogue, right?
Dude,
and a certain group of women lifted up their voices. Who was that certain group of women? The women who were worshiping Diana.
Motherfucker, I just had an epiphany. The Statue of Liberty is a statue of Diana.
Could be.
Um,
I'm sure there's some connection there. I've never explored that. I'm sure there is. I would be surprised.
It's actually a pagan hermaphrodite god.
Yeah, but see, Diana was said to be that.
Yeah. She was supposed to be of both
supposed to have
sexes,
been
male and
hermaphrodite.
female.
It's Ishtar.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure. Statue of Liberty.
I mean, think about that time. They always had
Or Madonna.
statues. Showed statues of genitalia, but except with Diana. Why didn't they ever show her genitalia?
Well, they showed her breast, just nothing down below the
FCC
belt.
regulations.
That's what I'm saying. They didn't show below her waist. They showed the breasts.
Actually, if you think about that, they didn't do that for any statue of a female back then. They would never show. They would show bare breasts, but nothing below the belt.
Now, what were they doing for Diana? The sacrifices that they gave her is the women made her cakes on her what day? What day? Her birthday. That's where birthday cakes originate from Diana.
I've heard this rumor lately that that whole happy birthday chant that we give is a curse that we're putting on ourselves when we say it.
Yeah, you're worshiping paganism. It's all paganism. That's
and you're all chanting around burning candles.
Right.
So Christ said to
and then
this
you blow and blowing out the candles is what's actually solidifies the
what Christ said to that certain group of women. He said it's better to hear the word of God and keep it, is what he said to them. And he walked the fuck off. Christ didn't waste no time with them women that was doing these, what we call modern women today. He was dealing with them back then. So when they busted up in his church and lifted up their voice, then he said what he said to them. And then later on, there's a precept that I can't think of it off the top of my head, but he warns them again. I think it's in Revelations. He warns that same group of women again. If y'all don't get it together, y'all don't repent, I'm killing y'all first when I get back.
Damn.
This ain't
well, that's why I've said that if you really look historically, there's nothing different. Nothing about women has changed. They've always acted in the same capacity. The common denominator, or what's different in the equation now, is how the way men operate and conduct themselves.
And eyelashes.
Well, not even that. Men capitulated to women in different past times too. Sodom and Gomorrah. We let a lot of shit get out of control in Sodom and Gomorrah. We let the alphabet people go crazy, and we let the women go crazy. And that's why God burnt that motherfucker down. He said, don't even look at it. Keep walking. Don't look back.
It sucks that he promised not to flood the earth again. Because
yeah,
if he did, I'd be like, listen, man, I don't blame you.
This time it's going to be with fire.
Well, and it also says that when Jesus comes back, he's not coming back for peace. He's coming back with the sword of war.
When he comes back, he's coming back to a standing army. Revelations. Daniel talks about this too. The nation rises against nation. They all gonna rise against him. And he gonna kill all of them. And the remnants is left. See, Black church thinks there's a heaven in the sky we're going to. Absolutely wrong.
No, isn't heaven supposed to be on earth after it's all said and done?
On earth as it is in heaven. So the kingdom is
right here where we are.
Here on earth. After everybody is destroyed.
Heaven was just the meeting place until that happened.
So this is where Black church
control room.
And Roman Catholicism gets it wrong. They stories don't make sense, and that's why a lot of people say, "Oh, the Bible got contradictions." No, it don't.
Well, look, if you look at Roman Catholicism, they teach about purgatory, and nowhere is that mentioned in the Bible.
And it tells you, "Be not deceived," over and over. Be not deceived. These people getting it too. There's certain sins there are no forgiveness for.
Well, this makes sense as to why the Bible states that 2/3 of mankind is going to go to hell.
They're burning the fuck up. That's what I said, and that's where they stopped me on the panel that night. I said that. Well, who gets the brother who said I'm interrupting people? He immediately interrupted me and said, "Oh, I don't mean no harm. I got to interrupt you there." Then he says, well, who gets to decide? I answered him, Jesus decides. And I gave him the script. No man gets to the Father unless they come through the Son. And then he shut the fuck up. And then right after that, oh, well, V don't get to decide. Again, you're ignoring what I just said. I didn't say V decides. I said Christ is going to decide. Because I knew where he was when I said it.
Well, see, and that's the other. Well, Israel, that's the other thing I think that Christians get wrong too, is they worship Jesus as if he's God and he's not.
Exactly. And they ignore what Jesus actually says himself.
Yeah, he said he's a rabbi. That's all he was.
He said it himself. Different things. What God looked like, they asked him. He says, well, if you've seen the Son, you've seen the Father. What am I telling you? I look like my fucking Father. So if you see me, you know what my Father looked like. The fuck are we talking about? And that knocks out the feminist bullshit with God is a woman. No, it does. No. God is not a woman.
What'd you say? Okay.
See, this spirit, as the Bible tells us, there's nothing new on the earth, not even spirits. Right? So, hold on a second. So they always like to go to the Jezebel spirit, which is incorrect when they're talking about modern women, quote unquote. That shit has been since Eve. What did Eve want? She wanted to be equal to God. She didn't want to be equal to Adam, just like women today don't want to be equal to their husband.
They are.
They want to be over us. They don't want to be equal to us. They want to be over us.
And what was Adam was happy with his simple life, just like most men are.
Like most men, and I say that all the time.
Yeah, like, come on, bitch. We got a good life in this garden.
Cooperation and good head and gratitude.
But Adam had to fuck up, and he gave his loyalty to Eve over God, and that's why we got fucking booted out right along with that bitch.
Yep. Well, because guess what? He hadn't sinned, but he still listened to his wife. And that's
which was a sin.
2 Timothy tells us Adam didn't sin, but he still fucked up by listening to Eve. 2 Timothy that's what that's at.
The first sin was a man listening to his wife.
Imagine
that.
it's
still not considered a sin. It's
the second sin
frowned upon by God. Let's say that. It ain't a sin, but he don't like that.
The first fuck up mankind ever made was listening to his wife.
First fuck up. That's the first fuck up. Eve wasn't tricked. Satan didn't trick Eve. She already had that spirit in her because there's nothing new under the sun. Satan just keyed in on it. He keyed in on what was already there, her desire. Because remember, God didn't talk to Eve.
But why would God create her with that?
She was created to help Adam. That was her job.
Right. So how'd she fuck him over?
Huh?
So why did she fuck him over?
Because God gave humanity free will.
Because she had that spirit on her. Eve had that spirit that she wanted to know more than Adam. Just like women today. That's what you tell them directly answer. And it's but, what about this? What about that? And what about this? It's the same spirit.
The thing is with the knowledge of the gods also comes the problems of the gods that we don't know how to deal with.
Same spirit. So Eve was the original woman with that spirit. And Satan showed up like a lot of these ninjas show up.
She was the first queen.
Hey, girl, what's going on with you? Where your man at? Oh, God sent him out there to take care of all of the animals. Oh, for real? God told him to go out there? You believe that?
You know what's crazy, Israel?
God don't talk to me. He only talked to Adam. Oh, for real? You know what? So what you supposed to be doing while he gone? Oh, I'm supposed to be taking care of the garden and preparing the food. And what food? All of the food in the garden you gonna prepare? No, I can't eat that apple over there, but I can eat everything else. Oh, who told you can't eat that apple? Oh, God, let me guess. Adam told you God said that? For real, you
Adam's
believe?
lying to you.
For real?
He just don't want you to know what he knows.
Then there goes Satan. It's Genesis, right? He just don't want you. They don't want you to know what they know. Because if you knew what they know, you would be equal to them as gods. Because see, Adam was a god. He was a god. He was taller than fucking trees.
He and Adam was also given abilities and things that wasn't even granted to the angels
It was
themselves.
supernatural.
And that's what caused a lot of the issues. Was the angels were jealous of what we were
could
given.
Adam subdue all of the animals if he didn't have the ability? If he was just a regular sized man,
That does make sense. Now you bring it up, dude.
Think about it. He
He's
tackled
probably
the
like
elephant.
a Jedi.
He had to be a large man.
He had to have been a giant at least.
What you was kind of alluding to, the angels was jealous. They got kicked out of heaven. They made it with the humans, and they made giant. That's all bullshit.
Yeah, the Nephilim.
Adam was already giant.
Yeah, Adam was big as fuck, and allegedly he was ginger.
Giant. See, that's because, and we call this what? The illusion of validity. When you don't have the complete story and you fill in the blanks with whatever to try to make it make sense for you. Also, Dunning-Kruger. You don't know what you don't know. You're too dumb to know you don't know.
Which makes you automatically go to the what you would think would be the obvious.
And then you make up stupid stories. And you tell them over and over and over. And what does it become? A fucking religion.
Kind of like science. I got into a debate with people the other night where these morons wouldn't accept the fact that I said science is nothing more than a religion. It follows the same tenets as religion.
What did what did they like to tell you? Oh, these people were illiterate. They didn't read and write. Then how did they write Jesus's name in 3 different languages on that cross? And why? Why did they do that? Why?
My question is my question isn't that, is why does the Catholic Church change that to INRI on the cross?
Because the Catholic Church comes from the Romans. And what did the Romans do to build the Roman Empire? They made a practice called syncretism. Because their empire was so vast and they were conquering people that was so far away from Rome, they had to find a way to control those people. So rather than force them to adopt our belief system, we're going to take over their belief system, but we're going to write ourselves into it. Right? So we're going to steal the Egyptian gods and make them all Roman gods now. Right? And then
because the church changed it to instead of it being 3 different names, they changed it to Jesus the Nazarene, King of the Jews, is what that's.
Well, because they had to be able to explain it. They had to be able to explain that shit to make it make sense for people walking by, seeing this man hanging up there on that damn cross, which was also the reason they hung him on the cross. The Romans had already been doing that. That was a pagan curse to hang a man on wood. A tree, wood, a cross.
Yeah, didn't it trap his soul?
Something like that, yeah. That's always been throughout history by them. That goes back to the Edomites. That goes back to Edom. So who did the Edomites become? They became the Idumeans. Who did the Idumeans become? They became the Macedonians. Who did the Macedonians become? They became the Greeks. Who did the Greeks become? They became the Romans. Same group of people, they just changed their names. It just depends on what
British
time
Empire
you're looking at. And you could see it on the maps. So Edom eventually will become Idumea somewhere. You know, it's that's why I thought that time lapse idea that you had was such a great idea. You got to be able to see it. Now, a good show where you want to get a lot of good history. We were talking about prophets and Bible scholars today. A brother that's real good is Deacon Atan. And he does a show called Our Hidden History on Sundays.
No, you got to earn that privilege, son.
Huh?
Huh?
What you said?
Oh, I was talking shit to the boy.
Man, you gonna leave Mikey alone, man. I heard you, man.
Now, you can't stop me from doing shit to him. When you can bring your ass up here and you can stand toe to toe to me with me, then you can talk some shit about what I'm doing with my
He
son.
gonna fuck you up when he get here.
I'm doing is preparing that boy for the fucking whole world of fucking disappointment he's going to have when he becomes an adult.
Hey, man, let me tell you about the problem I'm having with my son, man. He stopped listening to me at 14, and he started listening to his mama, and that's
that was a big mistake
for a boy to do that. And now he having all kind of fucking trouble in his life, and he wants to know why.
Because you listen to women instead of men.
Listening to your mama and these goofy ass women. But guess who listens to me? My daughter. Guess who's doing better than my son? My daughter. I'm like, it's not an accident. It's not a fucking accident, son. I'm not going to sugarcoat it for you. I'm not going to, and I don't give a fuck what these women in our family think. Oh, you're being too harsh. I don't give a fuck. I'm going to give it to them.
It is what it is.
Gonna give it to you. Gonna give it to him. Play that DMX shit. No Diddy. But your boys is, and that's what I was trying to tell them on the panel that night. You don't have control over your kids like you think you do. When they get to a certain age, there's nothing you can do.
Well, I think a lot of us that once we reach a certain age, we forget what it was like to be those kids. And I think that's intentional in our makeup.
When I was 14, you couldn't tell me shit.
For real, all I did was I would agree while I was at home just so I could get out the fucking door.
Exactly. And I had a job and everything, man. I had my money coming in. You couldn't tell me
here.
shit.
Dude, I worked at, I was a manager at a fucking fast food restaurant there in town, and I was selling dope on top of it, dude. I had all kinds of money.
Man, I told you before, Snow, you got my life, man. We lived the same fucking life. I tell you that all the time. That's why I call you my brother. Every time you say shit like that, I got the same fucking life story. McDonald's on Dodge Street, East Orange, New Jersey.
Wendy's right off of 66, man.
Right, come on, man. Same fucking life story.
Dude, I used to ride my bike. Dude, I rode my bicycle to fucking work after school, which was a mile and a half down the road from the school. Because my mom wouldn't let me get and the only reason is my mom wouldn't let me get my license.
After practice, I was able to catch the bus, the city bus, and it let me off about 2 blocks from my job. But yeah, man, good times, man. I had good times, learned a lot back then.
Same
and I made it a career. I turned McDonald's into a career. I ended up being an area supervisor, and that lasted me till after I paid my way through college, partially that way.
I worked at Wendy's for 2 years, started out as a fucking fry cook, and by the time I had quit when I was junior in high school, I was the night manager of the store.
Well, I was so young when I started. I was 14.
Dude, I was only 17.
I couldn't work in the grill, so I started out on the register until I got old enough to be able to work in the grill, and then I worked my way up. I did 15 years with McDonald's.
Yeah, I didn't do
when
that
I left McDonald's, I went to work for Radio Shack.
But look, the reason why I moved up so fast and became a night manager, I don't know if I'm sure you remember this. I'm sure McDonald's did the same thing, but at Wendy's, and that's why I'm sure McDonald's did the same thing. In the break room, they had these little pamphlets that you could read, and if you read the pamphlets and all the way through, and then took the test that was provided by it, and did enough of those, that actually helped work your way up the ladder.
McDonald's started that shit in the 50s. The SOPs they called them.
And that's what I did, man. I just go back there and I would read all the fucking little 3 or 4 page pamphlets, and I'd take the test and turn it in. And within 6 months, I'd went through all of them.
They give you a little pin to say you passed the test, or a sticker or something, you know.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I remember all
dude, I was the youngest fucking manager Wendy's had in that town.
Goes back to what we talked about earlier about these younger guys not having experience. They don't know what we're talking about if they're listening to us right now.
Hell, I wonder if they still have to get work permits to go to work.
They don't know what we talking about. Now, my son, Bam, is working at Chick-fil-A right now. He's 15. He'll be 16 in July. So Chick-fil-A still has that same kind of training program, like the old restaurants did back in our day. So I told him stick with it, man. You might be able to. I turned it.
Dude, it was a whole lot easier to move up that back then that way too, because all it took was you putting in effort. It didn't take somebody recognizing that you were doing anything. It was you put in the effort, and then the test you took showed that you were putting in the work necessary.
Here's my qualifications. I did this with Grace when Grace was saying she worked for McDonald's, and I didn't believe her. Well,
but you believe me, don't you?
She was a manager with McDonald's. I said, Grace, I was an area supervisor for 15 years, sweetie. What you're saying don't make sense to me. Then I asked her, I said, did you take the BSM? What you talking about? That's the basic skills management test to become a swing manager. Did you take the ASM? That's another test that you take to become the assistant manager.
Damn, and what's crazy is Snowman brought that shit up all on his own.
So I called her in the lie that night, and she got mad. And you think you know everything? No, I just think I got experiences.
No, I just know what I know.
I got experiences that y'all don't have.
I don't know everything. I know what I know.
And y'all come on here and lie. Because if I don't know something, I don't talk about it.
Look, the problem is people like Grace think they know everything and they stop learning things.
Yeah, it's a mental block.
I know what I know, and the things that I don't know, I will hopefully learn before I die.
Well, when you don't know something and you recognize the fact that, hey, that guy know more than me, I need to learn what he is, you go looking for the information.
You know how you can tell when someone is an actual well-learned individual and is an honest individual about what he's learned, is if he's willing to admit when he's wrong about something.
Yeah, hey, I made a mistake. I'm wrong. Or you gave me information, like y'all said earlier. You gave me the missing link. You know, you gave me something I didn't have. And that's a humbling thing when you can actually admit to somebody, hey, I've done it plenty of times and I still do it. For the brothers that know more than me, my elders, I don't consider myself an elder. When I go to
and I don't lose respect for somebody if it was actually 1957, not 1961.
Right. Yeah, that's what Snowman said earlier.
But I do lose respect when you double down.
Yes.
Yeah, but
when we can provide proof and evidence that you're wrong and you want to double down and say we're still wrong.
But that's Jay. That's Jay all day. We had that with him with the Louisiana Purchase.
Jesus Christ, dude, that was horrible.
I had that with him when he tried to say Africa was or Afghanistan was in Africa.
Hey, Red, what about the night that we got into it with him about the George Floyd thing and we was watching video together and somehow he magically saw something totally different than what you and I and even fucking Death Note had to say,
on every video, Jay sees it differently than the rest of us. And he hears different things.
That's because he's a mammy.
No,
and like how he locks on to like that one sarcastic woman's comment about the 15 kids. He locks on to something like, oh, this woman lied.
Yeah, because he wants to try to prove that he's smart. So I got you.
It's a one-up game.
I got you. I'm a one-up you. And then he looked so stupid that night. The girl was just being sarcastic with him. He did 2 live streams about that shit. And we tried to save him, like, Jay, leave it alone, man. She was being like you taking it the wrong way. Both me and Red said that to him. Oh, I'm gonna air y'all out.
And then he got combative with us.
See, I'm a different dude, and I get violent real quick. In person, I don't play that. I'm not used to being around men who do that. I got a cousin who acts like Jay with that snitty, bitchy, one up. I'm a kid, he's playing checkers when everybody playing chess. I don't like that. And I don't like dudes who try to embarrass other men for the sake of doing it. Like I'm gonna try to make myself look like I'm more than what I am by embarrassing you. Like that kind of guys. That's Jay. My cousin Ali is the same kind of ninja, man. I used to whoop that ass every Thanksgiving. I used to whoop that ass. Old baby face looking motherfucker. He ain't never been in no fight.
Dude, that's another thing is I'm getting tired you can I don't think these motherfuckers really know that someone that's actually dealt and lived their life in the streets can tell when someone's bullshitting about living their life in the streets just by
I got the scars to prove it, man. I got scars where I had stitches on my face and some bruises that just didn't heal. I ain't got no baby face.
Neither do I. Actually, that's why I grow a beard, is to hide most of my scars.
Right. Same here, man. Same here. And I tell my story. I don't make myself out to be more than what I am. Especially if you're friends with me on Facebook. I've always shared when I was going through my divorce. Here I am on Facebook sharing my story. When, the night I tried to commit suicide and jump off the fucking bridge and my son had to come get me. That shit was live. I live my life real. We all go through shit, man. We all got problems and your kids ain't perfect and your wife cheated on you or whatever. We all got these stories. We all have been simps at some point. That's how I can recognize when they simping. Because I ain't doing it no more. I had enough.
Nope. I'm living by the tenets of Red Nose and Professor Mex, for a dude that's I met that's been coming around, man. He challenged all of us men one night on one of my streams to do an honesty challenge for 2024, and that was to be unapologetically and brutally honest about everything. Because if you do that, it takes away every and all ability for anybody to either discredit you, shut you down, or to slander you, because it's already out there.
Doing that. With it, y'all. She leaves a comment. Amanaz says, that shit had my nerves fried. She's talking about the night I was going to jump off the fucking bridge. Real talk. Real fucking talk.
Hey, I'll get one of these nights. I'll get on here and I'll have my wife tell you the story about the night she saved me from committing suicide.
I'd have been on the phone with Amanaz crying.
Oh God, how did you try to commit suicide, Snowman? Dynamite?
I was going to shoot myself in the head.
With what, like a pulley system with like 5 shotguns?
No, with my pistol.
Oh, come on, man.
Well, yeah, I've been on the phone.
No, dude. At that point, I wasn't at that point, I wasn't. I was a lost person. It was her recognizing that I was in a position. I was not being myself for a long time, and she had recognized that day that I wasn't even acting. I was acting even more abnormal than normal.
Right, like it was your last day on
Earth. That night,
and it was going to be my last day on Earth that night.
That night, I tried to jump. I had drunk 2 pints of Hennessy back to back. I'm not a drinker.
Damn.
A pint of Hennessy might last me 2 years. Shit, I might got Hennessy in the cabinet right now. I don't even know about it. I have to ask Amanaz about the shit. I don't know what the fuck is in there. I drink Hennessy every blue moon. This night I drunk 2 pints back to back, and I'm already a crazy son of a bitch already. Okay, so I'm going through shit with my kids, with the wife, family.
Dude, that was me. That was what, dude. I was dealing with my mom dying at the time. My dad trying to fucking push me to the edge.
And I went right up to Freedom Drive in Charlotte. It crosses right over Interstate 85. 85 goes down to Atlanta from It goes from North Carolina to Georgia. It actually go down to Florida too. But anyway, I was going to jump right off that motherfucker. I don't know why I picked that bridge. There was other bridges I could have picked. I might have been able to get away with it, but that was the closest one to my house.
You think it would have been high enough?
Oh yeah, it was definitely high enough.
Hey, now Israel. You
now here's what would have happened.
Hold on, Israel. Something ironic. The place I was going to go shoot myself was called Bloody Bridge.
Oh shit! But Red, it was high
at
enough.
At least Israel tried to commit suicide at Freedom. You went to
Freedom
Bloody
Drive,
Bridge,
right?
dude.
And guess what would
He
have
went to
happened?
Freedom Drive. You went to Bloody Bridge.
My goofy ass, with my luck, I would have survived. Because I would have probably hit a truck or some shit, and they would have probably knocked my ass.
Dude,
into
imagine
some
how
grass.
goofy you have to feel. Imagine how goofy you have to feel after shooting yourself and then waking up in a hospital
And
bed.
you survive, right?
Oh, I'd be so pissed off.
Bruh.
Right.
And then like half your face is missing and you have to be like a spokesperson.
You know
like,
what? I have a friend.
You know, I really have a new outlook on life.
I have a friend that did that, man. He shot himself in the face with a shotgun and survived.
I was kind of grateful my son came and got me. And nobody else could have got me off of there. It had to be him at that time. Because my daughter wasn't strong enough. Like, he physically pulled me down off that bridge.
My wife went and got 3 of my militia buddies, and they would not leave me alone until I finally broke down and cried.
Didn't give a fuck. She didn't give a fuck. She was hoping I did it because she would have got some insurance.
My wife did give a fuck.
She thought she would have got some insurance money. Back then, I had all my beneficiaries was my kids, and it was they had their own trusts. So she wouldn't have got shit, and she wouldn't have got access to none of their money because they wouldn't have got their money until they turned 18. So, But yeah, I used to keep a lot of insurance on me. I used to keep like we had good insurance policies when I was working for this company. Everywhere I worked.
Hey, real quick, I don't want to interrupt you, but I gotta hop off here because I gotta start getting dinner.
Yeah, I'm about to get off too, man. I appreciate you coming through, man.
No problem, brother.
Mikey, Uncle V said, "What up?"
Will do.
Hell yeah.
Will do. Hey, I'll hit you up too, Red, man, about setting something up to bring you that octopus painting.
Bet, man, for sure.
Right. Later.
Yeah. But yeah, man, I went through it, man. I went through it. So how we get in touch with you if you ain't got no IG no more, man?
I got my number in the back chat.
Oh, you put it in the back chat? Hold on. Hey, Amanaz, could you copy that number down for me? Please. Or text it to me. And then I'll text you my number when she texts it to me. She needs something to do anyway. She getting her hair done. I know she itching to get up here because her comments, she leaving. She couldn't get up here. She said, okay.
All right.
Yeah. Yeah, I was mad as hell. I wish I had known you was over there that night. Because I'm like, I hate when somebody try to play your face. They know they lying, but the people listening don't know they lying. And I'm like, yo, I need a witness, somebody who know the truth about this dude. Man.
Yeah, I couldn't come up because I was watching it. Jay was simulcasting it on his stream, and it wasn't a link.
We got another guest. Who is this? Who we got? Amanaz. Why is she doing it that way? Did she mean to come up? Wait a minute. She must have came up on here on her own. Is Amanaz in here? Or she must have just came in the backstage.
Yeah, just get in the back chat, probably.
Where the hell is Death Note at, man? Death Note ain't. He done found him a new Big Shirley. That's all that is.
Oh, word.
Yeah, he done found him a new Big Shirley. He ain't got no time for the brothers no more. Shout out to Death Note, the cerebral assassin himself. Shout out to Big Shirley. We ain't mad at you, girl. Yeah, this 2024. This the year of Big Shirley. Y'all coming out. This y'all year. I ain't mad at Big Shirley. I ain't mad at all. Hold on. What's this one? Is somebody else come on? Amanaz is here now. You muted if you hear. We can't hear you. I don't know if she meant to come in. Anyway, wait a minute.
Oh, maybe I gotta retype it in the back chat. Hold up.
He said he can't see anything in the private chat. It's in there. Hold on. Let me see if I. Oh, never mind. Never mind. I got it. I just copied and pasted. I got it.
Right.
I got it. I got it.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to get off here. I'm about to order.
Yeah,
some
I'm about to
pizza.
get off of here too, man. I got to eat something. I love talking to the brothers, and I was only planning on doing about 30 minutes, but y'all both came up, and I got excited.
Yeah, it was a kind of a spur of the moment thing.
But that's how I roll. I mean, that's good content. That is very
For
good
real,
content.
yeah.
Just freestyling and doing a little riff off session, you know.
Yeah.
Yeah. I wonder why she can't see it. That's interesting. I might need to change her from a co-host to an admin.
Yeah.
Maybe that's the problem. I don't know.
Or maybe she
I'ma
came
ask
in
Death Note.
after I sent it.
I don't know. The RBN and Death Note to tell me. I know one of them know. I don't know. I ain't did it before. But y'all, I appreciate y'all coming up. Give it up for Red. Red Illusion is here, y'all. And give it up for Red. Yeah. We're gonna give it up for the Angry Snowman. He's already departed. But we're gonna give him a round of applause. We're gonna give it up for the #1 co-host who getting her hair done. She's trying to get cute so everybody, all the boys could say,
Damn!
she's trying to get cute so she could get that reaction. But me and Red about to skedaddle out of here, y'all. Out of here. We about to get up out of here, man. I gotta go eat. I've been thinking about these tuna fish sandwiches for about 2 hours now, and I'm starving. And that's all I can eat because the sun ain't go down, so I'm hungry. I gotta get it. But Jay, if you listening, man, Jay, Smitty, all y'all, if you listening, hey, listen closely. Come a little closer. Come a little closer.
Nigga, you's a bitch!
You got it? $50 will give you 30 unlimited minutes so you can throw your little temper tantrum, and we're going to put you on the titty milk so you can rub your little tummy so you can feel better. $50. I'll let your boy, any of y'all, or anybody who want to pay for Jay. See who love you. But me and Red Illusion getting the fuck up out of here, man. I appreciate everybody coming through, supporting the People's Podcast. It's been real. I appreciate my mods popping in and out. As always, what time is it, y'all? Yeah, we've been rocking a while. It's 6:40, man. Eastern Standard Time. We gotta get the hell out of here. So, I may be back on later. I don't know. But until then, you know what I mean? Say good night. Say good night to the bad guy. That's all y'all gotta do. Say good night to the bad guy.
You're all a bunch of fucking assholes. You know why? You don't have the guts to be what you want to be. You need people like me. You need people like me so you can point your fucking fingers and say, that's the bad guy. So, what I make you? Good? You're not good. You just know how to hide, how to lie. Me, I don't have that problem. Me, I always tell the truth, even when I lie. So say good night to the bad guy.